complicated. Why do I lose all my control? I keep on letting my bad habits make us both come crashing to the floor. Something to save us, close but we're strangers. Feel like we're far apart. I'm stripping down new. I'm stripping down new. I'm stripping down new. This is not what we should be. Start to get the best of me. This is not what we should be. Start to get the best of me. I keep on holding things within me. I keep it deep inside myself. I swear to never.
This live stream is sponsored in part by Tint Wiz. Tint Wiz is a CRM suite designed for window tinters. From acquisition to invoicing and everywhere in between, you can run your business more efficiently and more profitably with Tint Wiz. Check it out at tintwiz.com. You can also download it for iOS and Android. Don't forget your free 30-day trial at sign up. This live stream is also sponsored in part by Dry Shrink Prep. Dry Shrink Prep is the healthy alternative to dryer sheets. Made with 100% all natural ingredients, Dry Shrink Prep is changing the industry for the better, one shrink at a time. For more information and a purchase, go to dryshrinkprep.com. This live stream is also sponsored in part by Solar Effects Window Films. At Solar Effects Window Films, their goal is simple: make your car look hotter while keeping your interior cooler. Their automotive window films are manufactured with the most advanced technologies available, which allow them to deliver a broad range of products to meet your needs. Check out solareffectswindowfilms.com and find out why they're the fastest growing film company in the US. This live stream is also sponsored in part by The Feel Marketing. We help window tint installers position their brands properly and scale their business through brand strategy and a proven Facebook advertising framework. For more information, check them out at thefeelmarketing.com. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream here. Looks like I got Z Customs in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing? How you doing? Mike Cardozo, what's going on? Good to see you again. All right. So I didn't do a live stream on Tuesday. I had a dog trainer that had to come in to go evaluate my dog, so I couldn't do a live stream on Tuesday. I couldn't do a just a live stream. I've been doing more of just the live streams from the shop versus like in the studio covering over topics. Those are good, those are okay, but I think the shop's live streams have been just a lot more beneficial to people. So we've been focusing more on that. John Ames, Matt and Pat live at the same time. My heart is going to explode. Hey, what's going on, John? How you doing? How you doing? Hopefully you got that package. Hopefully you got your snack. Yeah. You know, I was trying not to go live when Matt was going live just because, but this is the only time frame I have to do it because I have training later on this evening, and I'm going to be tied up for the rest of the day. So this is going to be a good one. Andrew Ford, what's going on? How you doing, man? He's not only a client, he's also the president of the company. There you go. There you go. Thanks for the fruit snacks. That's right. And my old lady wrote you a little snack. Hope you enjoyed the snack. I told you I'd take care of you, man. This is the only live stream that will load. I mean, the only entertainment. Where are you at here? Let me see here. Window tinting business. Oh, Jerry, my boy Jerry. He ain't even a window tinter. Sorry, Jerry. That group, the Facebook groups are private groups. So like in my chat, it just says Facebook user. I have to literally go into the private group, go to the video and check the chat to see who it is. So, okay, let's see here. Let's see what we're going to be doing today. We got, John Ames.
John Ames super chatted $4.99. You're the man. Thanks for everything.
John Ames, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Jumping right off the bat. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Jerry says that the hurricane destroyed us. Bro, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I think we're going to be, I don't know. I think we might be playing in that. I don't know. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a 2015 Hyundai Elantra. For some reason, it's like the Elantras are the theme. But this one is the model before. The last Elantra I did was a 2017. This one's going to be a 2015. This one does not have back quarter windows. And we're going to be hand cutting it. So we're going to be doing the sides, the back, and the full front windshield. So it's going to take about 2 hours ish. And while we're doing that, I'm going to be killing two birds with one stone. I'm going to be cutting drawstring ropes for dry string prep applicators because I have a big order and I need to make 170 applicators. Yeah, it's gonna take me about 10 hours. So I figured I'll kill two birds with one stone and do this, answer questions, and do the live stream as we're going along. So again, if you guys have any questions, concerns, shout outs, criticisms, feel free to type them down in the comments below. I'll be able to answer questions live for you, whether it's about the car that we're going to be doing or whether it's about window tinting or anything else. Let me think if there's anything else. If you guys are on Facebook, either through Window Tinting Business or Window Tinting Classifieds, you are a private group, so it doesn't tell me your name. So if you want me to know who you are, type your name in the comment, like start with your name and then give me your question. If not, I'll just go ahead and answer it. No quarter windows, gift from God. Ain't that the damn truth? You know what's funny? This car took me 2 hours and 8 minutes to do. That's sides, back, and full front windshield. And the other Elantra, that was just the sides and the back that have the quarter windows, took me 1 hour and 49 minutes. So it didn't take me much longer to do a full front windshield than versus hand cutting them back quarters, which were a pain in the dick anyways. So all right guys, let's go ahead and get started. And yeah. Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream. No radio. It's like the week of Elantras. I just did a 2017 Elantra and that one had the, I'm repeating myself, quarter windows in the back doors, and this is a 2015 Elantra. You gonna let me through? No, you're gonna let me go? Okay, thank you. This is a 2015 Elantra, which does not have quarter windows, which is nice. One less thing to do. Justin says I'm switching back and forth between yours and Matt's live stream right now. All this off, bro. Just on YouTube alone, he's pulling in over 300 viewers. It's fucking crazy. It's called Among Us, Mike. We've been playing with a few friends. It's very interesting. Among Us is it's kind of like a murder mystery. So this is going to be interesting because this car is going to take me about 3 hours. It's a pretty good game. We're going to do the sides, the back, and the full front windshield. But I only have about 2 hours and 38 minutes of recording time, so no problem though. If I run out of time or run out of space on my card, what I will do is I'll go ahead and just run upstairs and empty out my memory card and go from there. Spoiler alert, it didn't take me 3 hours. It took me 2 hours and 8 minutes. It's crazy, Justin. I know, it's so crazy. Go ahead and move the baby seat out of the way. And you don't know how many times Matt has been busting my balls to be like, dude, give me space to work. Just keep live streaming. Just keep live streaming. Just keep live streaming. It's all about live streaming. I'm like, all right. All right. And then I get all gung-ho, and then, yeah. Will this fit in the trunk? Oopa. Nope, I'm just gonna put it right here, then I won't forget it. Package, some sort of package. Drugs.
All right, let's get everything prepped.
Steven, what's going on, brother? Welcome, welcome. John, yes, it's gonna be a long live stream.
Beautiful. Put that all over there. And so those kids and stuff back here, I'm gonna go ahead and lay a tarp out in the back. That's really more for me than anything.
I agree with Matt, just keep doing it. You're absolutely right. And I plan on focusing more on just doing live
Let
streams
me shove it in a little bit.
on window tinting.
All right. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. It's really relatively straightforward. Relatively straightforward.
Yeah, and that's over 300 viewers just on YouTube. He's streaming to his group on Facebook also.
I went ahead and set up the film handler again. It might take a little bit longer, but it controls film a little bit better in my opinion. So that's why we set it up again. I don't have that. I still have the board right there that I'm gonna set up right there. So I don't have that set up just yet, or else that will be permanently put up there, or not permanently, but it'll be put up there. And then like if I get like a mobile, not a mobile, but if I get a flat glass gig, then I'll be able to just take it off that mount and put it somewhere. So, or put it here for the mobile stuff. So that is where that is right now. Let's go ahead and get some DSP on here. Nice, very nice.
Oh, don't even start me up about the fucking new GoPro. I got the Hero 8 after my bag got stolen last year, but I wanted the media mod. The media mod was supposed to come out in January. It's fucking September. So, and I wanted the media mod because I wanted to be able to put the GoPro on my head but connect a wireless mic. So then that way I can take the GoPro literally off my head and maybe like put it outside like when I'm installing a back window, or change the camera around just to give you guys a different perspective, but it doesn't interfere with the audio.
All set there.
And they've never come out with this.
Keys to the car, leave on top.
John, I don't even think I
did
used the
double
glass
cut
board.
in the last video, and I think I'm gonna do.
John asked if I used a plexiglass or a glass board or plexi, and actually this time I think I used the Solar Effects banner on the right hand side. I used that as a peel board this time around.
Do it again, considering it's the same car, same type. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I think it was a good thing last time. And I kind of like what I have here. Because this is a small garage setup, I can't open all 4 doors without banging the walls. So I've been shifting it to the left here like this. That way, because I typically go in through the passenger back door to install for a Frankenstein installation. So what I did the last time is I did the back window, plenty of room to get in here. And then what I did is I installed these 2 doors and I double cut the doors. That way, I am gonna have to take the car and shift it against this wall so I can open up those doors, but then that installation goes a lot quicker because I'm just installing because I double cut on that side. So that's what we got going on.
John Ames says, how many pieces of DSP do you put in the bag for a car? Like the standard, like a standard DSP starter set comes with 2 ounces of DSP, and you put it into the applicator, and that will last months. Me, I'm stupid. I love to like shove like 6 ounces. So like the bag is just like a fat fucking bag, like a rosin bag on a pitcher's mound. But filling that up with that much that much DSP is around $60 or $80. But I make it, so it's all right. We're trying to watch both streams at the same time. Steven, you don't have to commit to one or the other, baby. I think they abandoned ship on that mod and dropped the GP. I know. I know. I'm fucking sick of it. Sick of it. The only good thing is that the GoPro Hero 9, even though the 8 had a firmware update, that it can actually be used as a webcam. So then, like, realistically, I don't really need it right now. But like when I do gaming, I'm gonna use it as a secondary webcam for like a keyboard and mouse cam. Zach, yes, I did just do one of these. I did a Hyundai Elantra 2017, different model, same car, same model, different year. So I'll put the whole bag in. Oh yeah. John, for you got the 2 ounce. I think you got the starter set. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the 2 ounces. You're gonna put the whole 2 ounces, empty the entire contents into the applicator directly. And then that should last you. I do 3 to 5 cars a day, 6 days a week, and it lasts me about, a month or two, give or take. So a good amount. I'm trying to pause so I'm not like talking when I'm talking. Next time around, I'm gonna shut up when I'm actually recording, so that gives me opportunity to talk when I'm here.
I need to get a roll of 1-inch tape. I don't have any. I did have it. I know I did. I don't know where it went. Because I like it for my tint. For those guys, DSP, a little behind the scenes. We got DSP curing right here. This is one of the processes of DSP. It has to cure and shred and whatnot. We got some batches in the back there, other things. A little behind the scenes. Big order right there. Big order coming through.
It's the same order I'm working on, actually.
We're doing all we can to double time to have as much product on hand as possible. And now that the old lady is, I said 49 inches, right? Now that the old lady is basically taking over DSP because
Good
she doesn't have the kids to watch throughout the day, it makes it a lot better. Go 49.
I know. I said that, but I recorded. These cars literally were back to back. This car was on a Wednesday and the other car was on a Tuesday. So, but when I did the Tuesday live stream, it was well past that. Like, I recorded this probably a week ago.
What I think happened is someone at the other shop took my 1-inch wide tape out of my toolbox, which I can't stand. These are my tools, not the shop's tools. And people sometimes think just because it's in the shop, it's fair game. That is not the case. What am I doing? All right, 49 inches. Oh, and if I didn't mention it, we're gonna be doing 15% on the sides and the back. We're gonna be using my standard ceramic film. This is the IR15, IRFX 15. And then we're using the same
The DSP won't taste very good. It won't kill you, but it won't taste very good.
film, but 50% on the windshield. So that's the plan for today, if I didn't mention it.
Let's say. Tint Condition says, not gonna lie, I love that I can start ordering DSP through Dragon when I get my solar effects.
The film side out. So
add to the ass, man. Yes, thank you.
Fold it on itself.
That's the order I'm working on, actually.
Film sticks to each other. Liner slides. So that's a good indication. And I want the liner on the inside and the film on the outside. Let's put this down so it doesn't move.
Okay, I'll talk at both. I'm trying to talk in the video, like, when it's important. Like, why did I do this or why did I do that? Something that I don't think I'll remember when I do the live stream from the studio. That's typically when I'm trying to talk.
Where's my knife? Beautiful. So I'm rolling film side out like you're gonna be doing a reverse roll. I went over this last video. I'm gonna show you again. And the reason why I do that is so that when I lay it and I unroll it, it's just gonna naturally wanna unroll just like that. Beautiful. If you want to keep an eye on trying to keep this straight as possible, just look at the space here, the top of the film, because I know the top of the film is straight, right? So I got about an inch here in this corner, about an inch in that corner. That way I know it's straight.
John, that film handler costs about $800. It is $750 right now if you jump on it, but they are increasing the price to $800. Luckily, SolarGuard is the one that actually has the rights and that actually makes it. SolarGuard sells it to everyone else, and then everyone else sells it, whatever. But most places will charge you a freight charge, where like it'll be like $200 or $300 because they got to deliver it on a truck. But the SolarGuard has an office in St. Pete.
Put a trash bag up this
so
time,
I saved myself a few $100s by just driving down there and picking it up. But yeah, the film handler, especially if you do flat glass.
She's got a sticker like right here, and she's really into her stickers.
If you're doing flat glass,
I just don't want to cut.
Then I would definitely suggest getting a film handler.
Because I don't have a replacement. And this, you could probably use this for a glare strip. Actually, most likely you can use this for a glare strip. And especially the way I'm cutting it with the film handler, I know that this line is straight. So that's perfect for like a glare strip.
John, what's $800 between friends, John?
The way I price out my jobs is that there is no waste. Like that film is not wasted. It's essentially already paid for. So I can just toss it. Plus, I don't want to sit on rolls of glare strips. It's just not worth it to me. The time it takes to like organize these strips. I got enough shit to keep organized. I don't need more stuff to keep organized. You know what I'm saying? I did my first double cut Sunday, messed it up a lot, but I did get it. Yeah, you're gonna fuck it up at first. It is. It's the name of the beast, name of the game. But you keep going, you're gonna get it eventually. But once you get it, it is a lot better. It was a pain in the ass for me too, but I'm getting a lot better to it. Jay Burn, what's going on, baby? Yes, Matt is live as well. Yes, that's correct. Not bad at all. You know, and John and Justin, for you guys who are talking about the film handler. It's not bad, especially if you do 40-inch rolls. If you don't have a plotter, it's like I've been working.
Let me hear. So if you don't have a plotter, like I get it, like $700-800 is a lot of investment, but it does what it says. It's a film handler. It helps you handle film. So if you only get 40-inch rolls, and let's say you want to chop that right down the middle, and 20/20, and that way you have even rolls for like your side windows. Even just for that, it would make it a little bit faster. In the long run, it would pay for itself, I think. Here we go with the GoPro 9 again.
Working on like the advertising and getting the advertising just right, and then the price point. And it's funny, it's because I did
it to me.
I did.
That's a lot of work to send it to you.
I don't know what you'd call it. I did a solid for a friend, which I don't really have friends. So I tinted his car yesterday, just because he didn't have car, and I mean he didn't have tint on it, and he goes to Taekwondo with my boy and me, and he's becoming a friend. So I wanted to do like a friendly thing. But it ended up being good karma because later on, this vehicle called me later in the day and almost insta-booked, and now we're doing some work, which is good. I don't need Sun Solutions to do a whole heap and lot of work, because this is not my only job, right? I have obviously the online presence, YouTube stuff, Facebook stuff, whatever, but then I also have DSP and other things, so I've diversified myself just a little bit, but there's still, it needs to at least cover its overhead and whatnot. It's just something that, you know, starting a business and growing a business, especially from scratch, especially when you have no networks, it doesn't happen overnight, and it does for some. And I can see how it could if I were a brick and mortar location. I could see how that could be, just because you have the drive-by traffic. But building up a presence online when you're brand new and you have no Google reviews and no one knows who you are, But that all might change in a few months. Who knows? It all might change. I'm contemplating, not contemplating, but I'm looking into getting a facility. More so a one place that I can do everything out of. I can edit videos, I can shoot videos, I can do live streams, like actual true live streams where like I'm actually live and not pre-recording. I'm doing this right now because it's the only option I have. And a place to manufacture DSP.
I got a lot of catching up to do, Jaybird.
That can't be in like the garage over there. Whew. That thing gets 120 during the summer.
John, this is not Carbon FX. This is my first line of ceramic, so I'm using IRFX. Very good. James, what's going on? Titstuff just said he was live as well. Yeah, he beat me by like an hour. Going through the same things with starting a business. Ain't that the goddamn truth? Play
easily. There's no insulation, of course, and it's brutal hot in there. So I can't hire people that can't work in a building. That's not safe. So I'm thinking 6 more months. February or March of next year.
Shrinking like butter. It is shrinking like butter.
Gonna be.
Your entry level film is going to be IRFX. What's your other film's going to be? Because the FX Plus, you need to charge a premium price because it ain't cheap. I keep I think a 15% film cost, something like that, and it's still at like over $500 for FX Plus retail.
I'll need it for the front windshield actually. My trusty light, my favorite light I've ever had. For those guys might be asking, this is a Craftsman. I got it at Lowe's. It's 3,000 lumens or 7,000 lumens. I think it's 7,000 lumens. It's freaking bright. Plus, you got these lights that come out, and these lights, they twist. And if you wanted to, there's something under here. Yeah, there's regular, there's a USB. And then here is a 9 amp 120 plug. I don't use any of that, but this light is probably the best light I've ever used.
Steven, I got that light at Lowe's.
Just
$60.
because the fact of it's so dang bright.
I did double check. This light is 3,000 lumens. 3,000.
I'm gonna go just turn off these lights at least.
The reason why I have to turn off those lights because the lights above,
turn them all off.
Those lights above are like $100 something a piece, and there's 7,000 lumens per light. So it's a shit ton of light. So it overpowers this. If I had weaker lights in the shop, I wouldn't have had to turn them off. But still badass either way. It really is, John. It really is amazing. And you know these Elantras, these decks go down really deep. Especially look behind that third brake light. It's so fucking bright. It keeps everything lit. It's a badass light. Truth be told, I've been meaning to switch back and forth between Glassade and the light because both are very good methods.
Last blade in that box.
Shut up, Martin. Or you can get a plotter. You're right. I could get a plotter.
Also, what helps with being able to see the back window when you're...
I'm working on it, okay? The plotter I need is $7,500. Or want. Want. Until then, I'm going to hand cut. Unless some really generous viewer wants to give me $7,500, I'm going to be hand cutting until that time comes. I use glass aid, but I still have trouble keeping my line without a bright light. Why? I'm confused. Stay humble, brother. That's what I like about glass aid, is that you don't need a light at all. Even at 5%. Maybe it's because I could feel it. Maybe I can see it. I don't know. 5% might be a little hard.
Cutting it is that I haven't tinted any of the other cars. Started with the back window first. So then that way, that's more light coming into the car. I get light coming in from the front windshield, and it backlights it just a little bit more, a little better.
I'm talking about me doing the back window first versus the other cars and then doing the back window. It makes it easier to hand cut.
Beautiful.
I'm trying to get the other shop just got the new Graphtec FC 9000. Thing's a fucking beast, bro. Thing's a beast. It's amazing. You know, I here's the thing. I've always been like a Roland fan, but I don't know if I'm a big fan. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the new GRs. The pinchers are automatic. They're not like hand lever, so it does take a little bit longer, and you're like fucking sitting there for like 7 or 8 seconds before the arms go down.
Beautiful.
John, if you're make sure it's dry. Make sure to put it on before you put DSP down.
Well, if I didn't have...
I'm gonna fucking pause that shit right there. John says the glass aid tends to shift on me if it gets wet or gets loose on the corners. My tip to that is make sure the glass is clean first, apply the glass aid, and then put DSP on the glass itself. If you do put DSP first or anything first before the glass aid, it will shift on you. And when you're working the corners, don't keep the tape tight. Don't keep the tape tight. Actually, keep it as loose as you can, working around corners, because then if it's tight, it'll want to shrink right back. But if you turn them corners loose, it'll stay right where it's at. It's awesome. Hey, I can't wait.
If I didn't buy 60-inch rolls and got 40-20 splits, this wouldn't work that bad, because I could literally just put one of these slicers right in the middle, and then just slice it 20 inches, 20 inches, and that way it'd be really easy to handle film for the sides as well, and probably easier when I'm doing like double cutting. Off, close. All right, we'll need this again to the front windshield.
Yeah, I like the glass aid too, for sure.
Where's my water? Beautiful day in Florida. A little overcast. Morning was nice. These garages, they just get really, really hot. They're not insulated, of course, and but it's not as bad as the other shop in July. All right, let's see. Need this, need this, need this. Clean towel. Agua.
Heating.
Beautiful.
I started heating the glass first, and then
A little bit of hair.
Yeah, I can see that,
I don't
John.
think it's a dog. I think it's just like a wife thing. This is the wife's car, and you know, women lose hair. It's like my old lady. My old lady's got hair everywhere in the house. Like, how is this possible? How are you not bald?
Alligator window tint.
That's the thing, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely asked my apartment complex if I could knock a hole in that wall because I split the two garages. Yeah, they told me I couldn't do that. I was like, I'll put it back together when I leave. And they're like, you still know. I'm like, fine. Fine, boo.
Funny story on how I got this gig is that I received a referral from a past client, and this is why you should never judge a gig by the gig itself. It was literally 2 glare strips and a sunroof. Actually, the sunroof ended up becoming a double sunroof, but small, much smaller than the average gig. And I didn't want to do. Yes.
I'm leaving. I'm taking her to the doctor.
Oh my god, I thought it was my old lady behind. It was the video.
Much smaller than the average gig, but you do what you do, obviously, with the business, and you do it well. Well, that gig, while it was only two glare strips and a sunroof, referred this job, which is a full car and a windshield, which is a nice return. And that happens a lot. You know, I've had where I've done $400 ceramic jobs on cars, and then they're like, hey, do you do houses too? And you're like, yeah. And they're like, oh, well, can you give me a quote? So referrals, good customer service, and you know, good customer service, good attitude. But the referrals, you know, letting people know, like, hey, I'm a small business. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the air with a little mist. Hopefully I can get some dust off down. And you let clients know, you know, I'm a small business. You know, if you could refer me, if you can give me your Google review, that'd be amazing. Now, clearly, if they're pissed off at you or you did something that wasn't the greatest, don't ask for a review. But if you did a good job and you think that they liked it, ask for a review. And then give them a couple business cards and say, hey, you know, my business, a big portion of my business is ran through referrals. So if you know anyone that may be in need of my services, which is everyone, because everyone has a car or everyone has windows in their house, and then it just snowballs.
John asked, how much would you charge for a sedan in IRFX in your market? So that's a very interesting question. So because I've been running my business since March. Problem is, COVID happened in March and April as well. I was running high. I was running $199, $299, and $599 for my good, better, best, for my carbon, my ceramic entry, and my super ceramic, the high-end shit. But I'm changing gears a little bit because I've noticed that, like, I'm getting calls, right? I have branded shirts. I have a work fan that's wrapped that looks beautiful. I have a website that looks phenomenal, but people kept saying no to me, and I don't understand why. I had all the aspects in place. So I thought about it really hard, and I figured, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and adjust my prices, because it's better to do cars for less than stay on my high horse and say, no, I'm worth this much, and I'm not doing any work. And keep in mind, my situation's a little bit different. I need to make money. I'm the only person that makes money in my family. My wife's a stay-at-home wife, and my kids are too young to work. So I changed my entire price structure. Changed to my carbon is now $165. My IRFX, which is what you see in this video right here, is now $245, and then my FX Plus, or my super ceramic, is now $515. And the reason why I did that is I figured I can survive off of 3 cars a day just off the dyed stuff, and I'm very confident that I can start closing more dyed jobs at $165, and if I'm doing that, I'm making the same money that I would have made at the shop. So now that's my new price point, and I gotta find the sweet spot. Once more people start saying yes, and once my time is more booked, then people are calling me. If more people are calling me, then I have time. Then at that point, I think it's a good time to start increasing my prices, because I still give awesome quality service, right? And installations. So I can creep it up until I find that sweet spot. And the idea is that, like, you can usually only get like a great price, but it's a shitty film with no warranty and probably an okay installation because the guy's been doing it for a while. But since he's getting paid so few per car, he's got to burn them and turn them, which means he doesn't really give a lot of quality time to it. And then you have the other spectrum where they take all the time necessary, you get good quality film, good warranties, good service, professionalism, but you're gonna pay a higher price for that price point. So I figure my mindset is to bring the best of both worlds, bring the quality that a high shop would do, and then bring the price down, because I'm a little bit more mobile. I don't have massive overhead, and that's kind of like trying to do like the best of both worlds is my shoot there. John, I don't blame you, baby. Sometimes you got to do that.
Make sure the film is flat. There you go. Before you start sliding it. Beautiful.
Yes, it's better to price like that. 2 or 3 400 plus jobs a month is good. Yeah. And you know what, listen, if I can survive off of 3 cars a day at 165 a car, that's going to be enough to cover, because I still have overhead. I have the van payment, I have insurance, I have phone, website stuff, all that stuff monthly. Plus I have about $650 a month in advertising, so I need to be able to cover all that. So 165 is good. Now, and I've been calling it, I haven't been calling it my good, better, best. I've been calling it my entry level film, my standard film, and my high performance film. Just trying to change things around, seeing what falls into place. And when people hear entry level, like, it's still good, but it's my entry. But if you want to go with the standard, which is what everyone else does, if I'm getting the 245 per car, then I'm way happy. I'm trying to get worst case scenarios. Am I happy with that? Yes. Anything else is gravy on the mashed potatoes. So and I'll close more. Like this one ended up being the standard film with the windshield, so it was probably close to a $400 job instead of trying to get 400 just for the sides and back. It's funny, you know. When you work in your own business, it's everything is different. Everyone does differently, and every market's different.
The side of the bottom there. Now, I don't suggest you do this on every car, but like I can visibly see at least an inch below the ceramic coating, so I know that there is plenty of room down there. If it's going to be tight with a bulldozer and a towel wrapped around it, don't attempt to do that, because you're gonna just end up ripping the film out.
Yeah, John, I do have a heat box demo.
However long it took you to get the back window in. Nothing more frustrating.
And the heat box demo was awesome.
Especially a back window when you mess up at the very end, where it's like, dang it, if I just would have focused for another 30 seconds, I wouldn't have done that mistake, and it wouldn't have cost me 30, 40, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes, however long it takes for you to do the back window.
Yeah, and that's really what you know. When I did my good, better, best and deciding on 3 different films, like my price point, I always wanted, I put it for less than 100 from my entry to my standard, less than $100. Like my big boy, my 515, those are people with deep pockets. They don't give a shit how much the shit costs. They're gonna pay it no matter what, right? But I wanted a little jump, less than $100 between my entry and my standard. But also the heat rejection numbers are very important. My heat rejection on my entry level is 42% with with no IR. And then when you go to my standard, it goes up to 58% and 63% in IR. So, I mean, massive jumps. So when I show the numbers, I show just the sun at 300, that's my control. And I drop the entry level film, it'll drop to like 270, 260. So there's a little bit of heat. But then when I drop the standard, it'll drop down to like 100 or something. And then what's really fucking crazy is when I drop the high performance stuff on there, it drops it down to like 11. It's fucking nuts. Like when they can see the numbers and they can quantify it. And it's also important, if you're going to do a heat box demo to upsell film, my suggestion is to get a solar reader, you know, an energy reader. So it's not just feel, because that is a very like not subjective. It's relative to the person. Like hot to them might not be hot to you, or they might just not want to agree or like go with your sales pitch. They're like, oh, it feels cooler, but not that much cooler. But when you're actually showing numbers, then that's a whole different ball game. And I have a demo. I have my heatbox demo on my website so people can see it, so people can see the numbers and the drastic change. And that's where people's money are going, and that's how I sell higher films. Do I only buy 60-inch rolls? No. This time around I got 60-inch rolls and I chopped it down 40-20. But going on in the future, I'll probably go with 40-inch rolls, just because eventually I'll get a plotter and I'll just use 40-inch rolls. But 60-inch rolls, they actually tend to bow in the middle over time, and plus they're fucking long, so it makes it a little bit. I can only put film in one way. I can't put it side to side in my van, so it'd be a little bit better if it was 40-inch rolls. Just not flex film, tint film. I've never been a fan, I'll be honest with you. There's great films and there's shitty films out there, and you kind of got to go with what works best for you. I know some shops that use flex film as their main line in their shop, and it works for them, and they're not getting cars back, and they're making a living. And I know people that tried flex film and hate it. So you're going to get people on all spectrums. I don't want to shit on one film over the other, right? I'm trying to promote positivity and growth and whatnot. So my suggestion to you is, if it works for you, awesome. If it doesn't work, you got to move on and see what works. Oh,
Jet 612 super chatted $4.99. When it's your own business, steady work and profit is key. Build price over time. Keep food on the table and custies happy. Good word of mouth sells.
Ain't that right? T-Jet, ain't that right? Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's really great. When you own your own business, steady work and profit is key. Build price over time, and that's true. Like, no one knows who the fuck I am. Like, some people do, and some people in the tinting world know who I am. That doesn't mean shit though. Like, people in the real world don't know that I'm a really good tinter. So they don't see any value in that. That's a good one right there. Alligator Window 10 said, once you get a plotter, 36-inch saves you so much money. I think I saved over $7,000 this year by ordering 36-inch rolls. Yeah, going from a 40-inch roll to a 36-inch roll, you could save it. I would probably say keep some 40s just in case you get those big windows, but then you can go ahead and order 36s and save you some money in the long run. Good tip.
Beautiful. All right, time to take off the DSP. If you guys have never seen DSP come off before, super easy. Just go ahead and wet her down like that. Take a squeegee. What is my knife doing in that pocket? Take a squeegee, start from the top. Overlapping patterns, 50%. Boom. One pass, and it is clean. If you ever try to do that with a dryer sheet, you're gonna have to do this pass at least 2 to 3 times.
Shut up, Martin.
At least.
36 doesn't cover all windshields, but that's okay. That's why you keep a 40 on hand for those ones that do. Most of the time, 36 is gonna cover most of the time. Would I get a 46-inch plotter? Yeah. I mean, a 46-inch, 42-inch plotter, it doesn't really matter. It's only gonna hold a 40-inch roll.
Be critical of your work. You know, it's not perfect, and there are jobs that aren't perfect that can leave, right? That can leave the shop. That's like, you're never gonna get perfect. I always tell people 97%, but this is damn near perfect. I can see a little bit right here. It's the tiniest of a finger, but I don't even see any contamination or anything.
Yeah, this install was pretty badass. It looked great.
The reason why I say that is because if there is something, you know, obviously if it's too big, then you got to redo it. But if it's deemed acceptable, criticize yourself. How did you do that? How did that become? What can I do next time so that that doesn't happen? All right. Back door's done.
Keep a 40 on hand.
I don't know if
and
that
in
whole
hand.
misting the air thing works or not.
Am I right?
I mean, I don't see any contamination. I don't know, but yeah, I think it worked for me. I think this back window is gonna have some sort of a notch. Excuse me.
Bless me.
Let's take a look. It's gonna have a tiny notch in the corner.
Big money maker. That's interesting too. What Martin said. Buying 36s, because realistically,
This one is held by a screw right here.
What's 40 inches? I don't have my phone on me.
The 2017
my old lady
model
left.
is not connected with a screw. The 2015 is. So
She has my phone.
don't yank it all out unless you want to take that screw out. For a bottom load, of course. Probably the same thing here. Yep. So you're gonna do, just pop the back corner, pull the weather strip this way. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Roll one window down. That's old school right there. That's before cars prevented themselves from locking and whatnot. Old school habit for old school tinters that I learned, clearly I wasn't an old school tinter, is that you leave one door open or one window open, and you never close the last window or the last door without knowing where the keys are. Because without that, you're screwed, because you could lock the keys in, and then it's a pain in the ass to break in.
Let's see. My 100-foot roll of 35% in 40-inch just sits and collects dust. I think buying the first roll at 40 inches is fine, and then when you need to re-up, go to 30. Because if you first buy your first roll, because it starts off out of pocket, right? So if you buy your first roll at 36 and you happen to come across a car that needs more than a 36, you're fucked, right? But if you buy your first roll in 40 and then you start getting low, when you start getting low or halfway done, order a 36-inch roll. When the 36-inch roll, start using 36 and keep that half a roll of 40 back just in case. And then now you're covered either way. I think that's the best way to go. Francia? Oh my god, I'm chopping that shit up here. I hope I can hire my up prices once I get a shop for fewer contamination jobs. Absolutely. Most important thing is focus on getting, I say 97%, but realistically it's about 33 square feet, about 11 linear feet of film for a standard sedan. I did the math. That's like a 6-inch by 6-inch box, or 3-inch by 3-inch box blasted with contamination. So realistically, if you have one spot or two spots on each window, let alone just one or two windows, but on each window, you're looking at like a 99.95% installation. Like, and you got to tell people that too sometimes. I got to tell people that. I'm like, it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. You're not going to get a perfect job. Any job you're going to do, no matter what it is, I don't give a fuck who it is or who is installing it, you're going to get some contamination somewhere. And even that one spec is nothing. It's a 99.9 something installation, which is damn near perfect. I've had to use my girlfriend's triple to save me with locking a key. Oh yeah, right? Yeah, don't lock keys in the cars. It's a pain in the ass.
Into a car. All right. Double cut. I'm not gonna lie, that little notch right there is making me a little nervous to double cut.
My lady text me.
Liner side out.
If anyone's watching me, really mainly Martin. If you're trying to call me,
Nice and flat.
my old lady has both my phones, so you can't get a hold of me. Yeah, AAA sucks. My first job I ever did at a first shop, I locked the keys in the car in the first 5 minutes. I was like, the owner's gonna fucking fire me for sure. Plus, I lied my fucking ass off to get that job. Yeah, that 1%, fucking nothing. Give me anything else in life that's 99%. Anything. Name me something else. There's nothing. Brand new cars, there's always something. There's something wrong with everything. Nothing's fucking perfect. Have I ever killed the battery? Yes, I have. If the car is 5 years old, then I try to just keep the door on or the keys on when I do the door and then knock it out really quickly. Because usually like 3 to 5 years is like the death of battery. Most of the time it's 3 years, but people don't fucking do it. They keep it till 5, or they just keep the battery until the fucking thing dies. So I have killed batteries, so I just jump them, leave them running. Good. I tell people 97%, because 3% is fucking a 3-inch by 3-inch box, just blasted. If you had even 3 specs, let's say 2 to 3 specs per window on the sides and the back, that's still a 99% job. So, I mean, obviously you want to avoid that shit, but you got to look at reality.
Yep. Film's starting to slide. Let's see if I can squeegee it more.
I think I overlap my sides and bottom too much.
Cutting. So the film slides on me. Like the two pieces want to move.
Yeah, on the sides, John, when I do the top and the bottom, the sides, I literally an 1/8 of an inch. So I'll slice one, and I'll actually go 1/4 of an inch. When I shift, I'll go 1/4 of an inch, cut the other side, and then so when I even out the level, the sides, it's only 1/8 of an inch on each side. And even on the bottom, I changed it up a little bit because I'm double cutting and I don't want to fuck. I gave myself a little bit of space, but you just want to pull just a little bit, because let's say you pull 1/8 of an inch and you leave 1/8 of an inch gap. Now you have 1/4 inch of film that you got to tuck. The longer that film is and the wider the films are, the past unnecessary, it makes it just a difficult installation for you, and then increase probability of contamination in it. So keep it tight. If you need to break into a Ford Ranger like 2010 style and back, all you need is the antenna off the front. It takes less than a minute. Wow. Scary easy. Yeah, I believe it. I got a customer just bought a 2001 Lincoln with a bad battery. I killed it and the customer charged me. What the fuck are they charging you for? The battery fucking dies. It happens. You let people know. Like, the car needs to be on to the bed. If you got charged for a battery, then you got taken, because batteries fucking die. That's what happens. And basically you turn the car on, the alternator would juice it up as much as possible, but if a battery isn't keeping charge, it's probably an older battery and it needs to be replaced anyways. So he probably pretty much scammed you, it sounds like, to pay for his battery. Don't do that again. Alligator, I'm using DSP today. Congratulations, my friend. I'm glad. Yeah, be wary of some of these scams. There are scams out there. Some people go in and just do a back window, like, and then come back and be like, oh, you did something wrong. You broke my defrosters. And then you look back and they only did a back window, not the full car. And the reason why they're doing that is because they scraped off the back window already. So they're trying to blame someone for the damage on the back window and have it replaced through someone else. Or I've seen the scam where people
Trim the top of this just a little bit.
People come in for a glare strip. People come in for a $20 glare strip, and then they claim that the installer flooded the deck and ruined the radio. Yeah, I'm like, no, I've come across that. I'm like, no, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. This ain't my first rodeo. And don't ever fall for the cash in the cup holder trick. Some idiot installers will do it, but customers, certain shady motherfuckers, will like leave like a 20 spot in the cup holder or like hidden underneath the deck somewhere, like underneath the chair or something, and an installer might take it, and then the owner's like, oh, I had a 20 in there, now it's gone, fuck you, give me my money back. And then they want the job for free. There's a lot of scammy people. That's why I try to keep my price points up above a certain percent. Like, I don't want everyone to come to me. I want people that like have a little bit of money come to me, because then I keep the trash away. Yeah. If you're new, who was that? Francia? I hope I'm saying that right. Francia. If you're new, I'm going to give you some advice.
Where's my carbon blade?
Stick to cars. I didn't even see the camera was off. Stick to cars that are 1 to 5 years old. Newer cars. Stay away from R&Rs.
So one thing I'm going to do here, and one thing that always helped me out with cutting top edges so that they're consistent and straight.
Hold on one second. Stick to cars to 1 to 5 years old. Don't do cars more than 10 years old, because shit's dirty and shit breaks really easily. If you stick to cars 1 to 10 years old, preferably 1 to 5 years old, they're cleaner, they're easier to install, shit's not broken on them, you're not going to fucking run into battery issues most of the time, and you're going to get cleaner installations, and then you can start working on harder cars, older cars, and R&Rs. But if you're brand new, I would stick to the newer cars.
Is that I keep my forearm here, right? But I don't move my arm. What I do is I shift my body.
Mike, ain't that right?
Stays the same. That way I can keep that same angle the entire time. That was one thing that really struggled with me. I'd come here and I'd start here, but I'd end up in a completely different angle on the other side of the window, or on the other side of the cut. So you want to cut it in and keep the cut the exact same all the way through. Move your body, don't move your hand.
Mike, yeah, me and Martin go back for a little bit now. Martin actually doesn't care too much for DSP.
Start the cut.
He actually likes
from here. Keep
he likes
that angle
dryer sheets better, and that's okay. That's his prerogative.
Look at my hand. My hand hasn't moved. That way, that angle stays the same the entire time.
Not everyone's gonna like DSP, and that's okay.
It's gonna be a straight cut, no jags, no humps, no nothing. This one's a little weird.
For people that like DSP, they can use it. And people that don't like DSP, they don't have to use it.
Open the door so I can see. That's the best I got on that one.
Yeah. Francia, don't ever say you're cheap. You're not cheap. You're affordable. Tell people you're affordable.
Carbon, now that I've cut the top, I'm gonna go ahead and put it away so I don't even accidentally grab it. If you're gonna carry a carbon blade and a stainless steel blade,
how rude.
I would suggest maybe getting a different type of knife so that when you feel it and you grab it, it's very clear that one knife is different than the other. Like I wouldn't put it in the same in 2 different red dots, because it's just too easy to get confused and just grab it. And if you
Okay, hold on. So John wants me to rewind it. Mike, no, it's not rude. Actually, he prefers not to use DSP, but he still buys DSP. So he still supports me. He just prefers not to use it. John wanted me to rewind, show everyone how I cut the top edge. Let me go ahead and rewind it just a little bit. How I keep it straight, how I keep my arm and the angle the same the entire time.
Different type of knife so that when you where's my carbon blade?
Yeah, I think I have a 45 degree blade. No,
So
it's
one
not.
thing
It's
I'm
a
going
30.
to do here,
It's a
and one
carbon
thing
blade,
that
though.
always helped me out with cutting top edges so that they're consistent and straight, is that I keep my forearm here, right? But I don't move my arm. What I do is I shift my body, and my arm stays the same. That way I can keep that same angle the entire time. That was one thing that really struggled with me. I'd come here and I'd start here, but I'd end up in a completely different angle on the other side of the window or on the other side of the cut. So you want to cut it in and keep the cut the exact same all the way through. Move your body, don't move your hand. Start the cut, and then from here keep that angle the same and move your body. Look at my hand hasn't moved. That way that angle stays the same the entire time. It's gonna be a straight cut, no jags, no humps, no nothing. This one's a little weird. Open the door so I can see.
Oh, we know Mike. Mike's been a long time supporter and watcher of the channel. We know you just playing.
It's the best I got on that one.
$50 drawstrings done. 120 more to go.
Carbon, now that I've cut the top, I'm gonna go ahead and put it away so I don't even accidentally grab it. If you're gonna carry a carbon blade and a stainless steel blade, I would suggest maybe getting a different type of knife so that when you feel it and you grab it, it's very clear that one knife is different than the other. Like I wouldn't put it in the same in two different red dots because it's just too easy to get confused and just grab it. And if you grab the wrong one, if you grab the carbon when you're trying to trim film like I'm doing right now, you could very easily score the glass. This is the top edge, so I'm gonna get a little straight edge on here. That's good.
Go ahead. Lay down. Lay down. Sit. Lay down. Good girl.
Again, like I said before, the sides really don't matter that much. It doesn't have to be as perfect as the top edge. The top edge needs to be perfect because that's what people are going to see.
Let's see.
Just wanna
Tempro
clean this
says,
up a little bit.
why don't you put a pedal board on to the top of the banner where you don't have to cut
And
on the
now
glass?
that I brought the film down and I have room, I have the luxury of doing that.
You know what? I
Because if I
probably
left it the way I normally do, where I just put it right on top of the weather strip, I have 1/8 of an inch to work with, and that's it.
Tint Pro, you're right.
Okay, so
I should
this
probably
line,
get a
I'm
piece
gonna
of
go ahead
glass,
and
but I
continue
don't
this
have a
line.
piece of glass. So that's why I'm just cutting on the car.
All the way
Plus, I won't etch the glass.
around this corner.
Once I start getting more cars, like I said,
just
I'm
very
I'm
rounded.
working on breaking
I hope
even
I
right
don't
now.
just, light gap the entire thing. Now this,
Still trying to find my
I
foothold
see
in the market.
angle. It's right here. So I'm just gonna round the corners, give it a good eyeball, get it close.
That R&R I did on the Tahoe this past Saturday is coming back. Got a little too much dirt. It looks like I didn't squeegee enough, but the
I like picking up these
guy
little
says
things
it's
and
dirt.
getting rid of it, because if I just grab it now and get rid of it now, it's less
Mike,
cleanup for me to do at the very end.
Those freaking R&Rs are
Or
difficult.
what I really want to do with those little tiny corners that you do that with is I want to get like those little training pouches for dogs that hold snacks. I want to use that, because then that way you can just put all the little stuff right in there. All right. This door is done.
Hey, Tint Pro, that's a good.
Here's the driver's
That's a pretty good
side.
idea. I'll look at that for sure.
Let's go ahead and install.
Tint Pro says that some glass companies sometimes throws glass away. Might be a good way to get a peel board.
Because I only have one seat, and I use the same seat when I'm like packaging orders for DSP and things of that nature. Hello. Just go ahead and feel. Give it a feel.
Yeah, I charge R&Rs
Especially
accordingly,
working on
John.
cars. This is a 15, so it's about 5 years old. It's right in the range of where I want to be. 1 to 5 year old cars. Mainly clean, but there is sometimes, you break habit. You make habits and you don't even realize it. Like yesterday's Elantra, I could have done probably a smidge better. I think I found like one piece of contamination on a random window. Passenger side window, I think. And it could have been prevented by just rubbing my hand on the glass itself and feeling for that, and I would have felt it. So that's what I'm talking about, constantly like evaluating yourself, looking at your work, seeing what you did, seeing how you can improve. There's always things you can improve on. So I just noticed this glass shifted
I might have to buy one.
slightly. So I'm gonna roll it down and roll it up. And usually when it's up, on the way up, that's why I always say like end on the up. When you roll it up, it typically shifts back to where it should be.
Yeah, I think about it. I think the shop has an extra storm door
That's
at the
also a
shop.
pain in the ass too, is when you install a window on a door that shifts that you didn't realize, because it's straight when you put it on the glass and there's no light gaps, and then you roll the window all the way up, and the glass shifts back to where it's supposed to be, and then it leaves the light gap. And you're like, dang it, damn it, Bobby.
Always improve, always improving. I appreciate everyone that's watching here. I know it's not like live. I'm not actually in the garage right now, which I totally get, but literally this is the only option I have until I get my own facility. This is the only thing I can do, because I can't go out in the field and do it, and I can't do it at the shop anymore. So I'm forced to just pre-record everything now. But once if I do get my own facility, I'm looking into it. Probably in the next 6 months or so, maybe spring. I don't know. It'd be nice. Maybe I'm being optimistic. But then at that point, I'll have the proper internet and everything else, and I can do it like Matt is doing it.
Now this top corner probably could have done a little bit cleaner. It's not the end of the world, but could have done a little bit better. Remember that bottom corner I was worried about? Because it got this buried in there about a half an inch. Not even a problem.
Greetings from Bulgaria. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining. And a big ass peel board from that works phenomenal. The mirror on the dressers come with wooden edge. Usually screw it to. Oh yeah. I will work on getting a peel board. I do like it. I have a plexi peel board, but I don't want to cut on the plexi peel board because then it leaves jags in it. And I've used plexi boards that are all cut the fuck up, and it, like, I personally just don't like it. The texture, the feel of it. You sort of like it this way better? Maybe. I mean, if it works, it's different but similar. All right, John. I like it. I like the feedback, my friend. Keep it clean, my friends. Keep it clean.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I am going to get a new towel because this towel actually hit the ground. It's a fresh towel. All right. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this double cut.
This is literally the second car I've ever double cut on, by the way. The hard part of this way is that it takes twice as long because I shoot it when I'm doing the installation, and then I have to find the time to live stream it because each live stream is roughly 2 hours. I mean, if it's not a full car, I'm not live streaming it, you know what I mean? I want people to get the most of it.
Pretty straight.
I am gonna do a live stream where there's a groupings because I have like a Mazda 6 like panel removal, a BMW panel removal, and those videos are like 4 to 8 minutes long. So I'm trying to get a collection of those together and maybe do like an hour-long stream with smaller tutorial videos instead of like one long one like this. What brand of towels do I use? I get the towels from Walmart. They're 30 pack and they cost $13 and they're phenomenal. One side is fuzzy and one side is more fine. So I dedicate one side to just the film when the film is in the glass, and then I dedicate the other side to anything else besides film. That way I'm always wiping the film with clean towels. But yeah, I get it from Walmart. They're awesome. I actually spent more money and spent good money on the towels at AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts, and I actually didn't like those. These felt a lot better. I would pull all the sweeps out, then cut all the windows, then install them. Yeah, I pulled the sweep out before I installed it. I thought I did, but I normally do that. My process has to stagger a little bit, I guess you could say, because I don't attack the entire car at once. because I can only do basically one side at a time. So my process changes because of the cramped conditions that I have. It's a bit more personal this way. It's hard to keep up with the chat in a true live stream. It would stress me out with the chat in my ear the whole time. Bro, you have no idea. Like, I'm talking and then I have people in my ear asking questions at the same time. It's good. It's important because you're answering questions live. Theoretically, I am doing the exact same thing. The only difference is if someone asks me to do an example or do something in the video, I can't do that obviously because the time has come and gone. Squeegee flip alert. Austin, I do, but if you notice, the question is, do I have
Also,
problems
the good
with
thing-
film sliding?
But
Hold on. So the question was, when I go film to film and the liner side out, when I double cut, do I have an issue with film sliding? I do, but you'll see that I squeegee the shit out of it and a lot. And but someone said you can use just straight water, and that'll help. Someone said that if you put a piece of extra liner, like a small piece of extra liner, and you put it between the films, it'll help stop it from sliding. I've just been squeegeeing the shit out of it, and it's been working for me.
so, laying the film down flat, I mean, the good thing about
Tint Pro, I'll have to check that out for sure. Towels from Costco.
pulling the film down a little bit more before I cut the top edge is that if this bottom line isn't exactly perfectly straight, but within 1/8 of an inch, hell, technically within 1/4 of an inch, then should be good to go. I think this is the key right here. Just squeegeeing it down, making sure that those two layers don't
I'm afraid of liner to liner.
don't start sliding on each other.
I feel like with the film exposed, it's an easier way to scratch it. That's my fear. I love them gray, yellow, and blue one package. Do you ever dream about tinting? Yeah, I'm a fucking tint nerd. I tint windows. I have a full-time window tinting job at a shop. I tint windows on the side with my own business. I do my marketing. I have a YouTube channel dedicated to window tinting. I say window tinting in automotive aftermarket industry, but I wanted to have like future expansion options. But mainly window tinting. I produce a product for the tint industry. Yeah, I'd say tint is my life.
Get my carbon blade out.
I do like this carbon blade. Double cutting using carbons for cutting the top edge, 100% taken from Matt. See, and I'm still
Before I
learning. I'm
start
always
sliding,
learning. Always
Go ahead and
learning.
wet the top. That way my hand starts can slide across.
You're right. It does take a lot to scratch solar effects. A shit ton.
Just like last time, I'm gonna get my body straight, settled,
True point, John.
pierce the film, get the angle I want, and now move my body as far as I can. Don't change that angle. Don't change your hand. And I stop right here. And I stop right here because my hand is hitting the light. That's why technically going on the other side would be better because the light's not in my way. And then when I start at the front, so I get a much better cut across. I don't continue the cut because the angle will change. And it always messes me up. So I just take a straight edge to that one.
Next one's 11.
Get rid of my carbon blade. Beautiful.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I fucked up a lot of top edges before I learned that. John says this is a great tip with cutting the cutting technique. Hope the newbies are paying attention. John's talking about how I keep my wrist straight and keep the angle the same, and I don't move my arm when cutting, but I move my body. I use my legs, then I move my entire body. That way, that angle on the glass stays the exact same for the entirety. That way, there won't get a jump in the cut. The angle won't change, and all of a sudden, the lines don't match up. Try it. You might like it. That's my slip solution. Mainly water, a little bit of Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo. Just enough so that the film doesn't stick. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Right here. I didn't tear it away. I think I tear it up. And it kind of tore into the film. It's okay though. We have a little bit of space on the sides. If that happened on the top, you're super noticeable. Be done for.
Christopher, I have the stuff to restore headlights. I just haven't had the time to kind of shoot it. I've been trying to hone in my marketing. I still have all the stuff for the headlights. I just haven't shot a video of it, and I haven't really been promoting it. But I will be adding that into my services for sure. Fine, a lot of J&J. A lot of J. 4 gallons to 3/4 of a large bottle of J&J. Okay, there you go.
I'm sure gonna get a bunch of calls this week from all my friends, well, all my tint friends. Like, you're double cutting? You never double cut. When the hell did you start double cutting?
I should really say like 2 friends, really. Oh, for a sprayer.
Yeah.
That's the tint keg sprayer.
I think the double cutting is the way to go now.
You can go to tintkeg.com.
Starting to run out of 20%. I'm gonna have to get some more.
The tint keg I use is from Tint Keg. You can get them at tintkeg.com. They're fucking amazing if you've never seen them. Hold on. Here's one right here. Move it. So here's one right here. This is a 5-gallon one. Obviously, this is like a Tint Wiz collab. Right? Tintkeg.com. This 5-gallon one with the spray setup is going to run you about $270, which is phenomenal because if you go to any other tool distributor, they have like the generic, I don't like them, the generic crap sprayers with the little piggy hose and the little plastic crap sprayer, and those are over 300. So if you're gonna spend the money, you might as well spend it on a tint keg because your money's much better spent there, and then you get more for your bang for your buck. So yeah, I would suggest it. How's the windshield on the Chrysler 300? I have one tomorrow. Not hard from what I
Let's get a
remember.
new towel.
Not hard from what I remember. There's nothing too crazy. Like any other windshield, you just gotta keep the sides clean and don't shift the film back too far back and forth, so you can avoid contamination on the sides. That'd be my suggestion for that.
It's gonna hit at the bottom. The door can't open all the way without settling on the wall. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a little cush. A little cushion for the pushing.
I actually use a little bit to restore a set of headlights. Costs me, I think, in material costs about $10 to $15. But I use like a 3-inch orbital sander. I use 3 different grades of film from 3M, and then I have a hard coat that I spray on with a pressure and a sprayer, like a paint sprayer. So my process is probably a little bit more not detailed, but it's just a little bit of a different process. Oh, plus the Alligator said the connectors are legit. Yeah, I showed you guys last stream, but the connectors, the new stainless steel connectors that they're using at Tint Keg is fucking badass. This thing looks fucking bulletproof. Here's the good thing about shooting these videos, live streaming them or whatever. These are 100% uncut, not edited, not anything else like that. So the shit that I gotta deal with, the shit I gotta figure out when I break something, like that's all you're getting everything. Like these aren't like edited down pretty versions of like I'm just like cutting out all the shitty parts. Like you see all the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. So
like a glove.
My last 5 windshields have been trucks and SUVs. I'm ready to for a break with a car windshield tomorrow. Those big windshields will test your ass. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, they will. But hopefully you're charging accordingly because they should be good. Like I only do my windshields in ceramic and that's it. They don't come in dyed options. I want to keep, I mean they're all good, but I'd rather just keep ceramics on there, on windshields. And you might want to think about maybe charging more for SUVs and truck windshields versus like sedans and coupes. That's why I know some shops that do that as well. Oh. Hey babe. Thank you. Did you get everything you needed? I hate that red stool that I have. That's the Harbor Freight stool. It's like 20 bucks, maybe 30 without discount. But the Cobalt one at Lowe's was like $35, 10 times better. The cushion's twice as thick, so if you got a fat ass, it'll help you out a little bit. And I've broke over time. Those Harbor Freight ones will break on me, but the Cobalt ones have been really good to me. So I switched over. I just haven't. I'm a person that doesn't like throw shit away until it breaks, and that shit just hasn't broken yet. But when it breaks, I'll replace it with the Cobalt one.
Nice. Alright, let's move these over here.
Using a banner as a peel board, right? I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And then you know what I found out? It forces me to wipe down the banner afterwards, so it's always looking clean and fresh. Hey. Apparently, I breathe loud and I make a lot of grunting noises. The extreme, hell, I do trying to keep a 15% film cost. I do the IRFX is at like I think 120. I think 120. I have to double check. And then but my my FX Plus is at 250. So it's not cheap. If anything, I don't think you can get a partial roll of FX Plus. Just, you know, you can start it with your your legal stuff. Like in Florida, if I was tight on it but wanted to carry it, I probably wouldn't carry it in 5%, just because it'll take you stupid long to get rid of that 5%.
The client had stickers on the inside, so, and she wanted to keep them. Most of them were actually.
Someone said I think I need a bigger place to work in. You're right, I do. Slowly but surely working on that, my friend.
Those cling stickers, but this last one was not.
Oh, so I'll let her know, John, when she comes back in.
Just trying to save it.
My old lady's like, you want to put what in the package? I said he wanted a snack. Find a snack and put it in there. She's like, oh,
best I can.
Okay. Okay. Alright. John says thanks for the snack in his package. He's on the live stream right now.
This is a good little trick too. Grab a piece of liner and put stickers on there.
She's the best.
In Florida, we have toll pass stickers. There's a lot of tolls in Florida. There's toll pass stickers a lot.
What time's it right
There's a
now?
couple other stickers up there, but you know, there's stickers for car washes. There's stickers to get into people's apartment complexes or for neighborhoods. So
no.
It's a useful trick. See that shift? So I always say end on the up, because that's where it's going to be. That's where it's going to stay. What didn't I do? I didn't grip it. Look, there's stuff up here.
Remember I talked about earlier about wiping the glass? Just other things that I'm looking to improve. Improve my process.
Yeah, so there was at least one good thing. This thing that was up here would have been hidden, but there was one good piece of contamination right there that would have been very obvious. Just take a moment, run your hand.
Where's my
snack Doesn't take long, and in the end, it'll save you.
Team Grunt. Team Grunt and Team Cargo Shorts. You know I'm rocking that shit right now.
I don't know if I'm hitting the camera. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I gotta see. Hold on, let me see what the exact prices are on my windshields. Yeah, 120 and 250. I know 120 is cheap. Trust me, I didn't want to do it for less than 150. But like I said, I'm trying to bring those prices down. Trying to mix and match best as I can. Once I start getting the business and the flow in, then I'll probably start creeping them back up. But I gotta get business in. It's important. It's important. Muy importante. Squishy flip! Did I do it? What's up from Tint Stuff? What up? I-25? Is he still going? Hey Poppy, how you doing? I'm doing well. Wiz 850, what's going on, baby? What's going on? What's up from Tint Stuff? Matt sent me here. What? Squeegee flip! From Matt's stream to Patrick's stream. Oh yeah. I guess Matt's done. He's just raiding me. If you guys don't know, if you guys don't watch gaming channels, a raid is when like one streamer finishes and the streamer will tell everyone that's watching to go to a different stream and raid their it's called a raid. So I think that's what Matt did here. That's awesome. Well, welcome guys. If you guys are in, guys just joining us, we're working on a 2015 Hyundai Elantra. We're doing the sides, the back, and the full front windshield. I double cut the sides, and what I'm doing now is just doing the installation on the sides, and the back is already done. So coming up next for the remainder of the live stream, we are going to be doing the full front windshield in 50%. So Matt from Tint Stuff, what's going on? How you doing, y'all? Tint fam, I like this. Tint fam, what's going on? Luther, hey, what's going on? Rob, hey, what's going on? C. Whitaker, hey, what's going on? Arturo, we're all here from Tint Stuff, man. What's up, Patrick? Hey, how you doing, y'all? That's awesome, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. How was double cutting? Double cutting was good. This was the second car I've done double cutting, and it worked out really well for me. Worked out really well. I like it. Another Elantra, that's right. Alexis, what's going on? Hey, thank you very much. Eric, what's going on? Jaybird here. Hey, everybody. Holy shit. There's a lot of people coming in here. Team Tint Stuff, what's going on, guys? Holy shit, there's like 40 something people here. YouTube raid. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. Holy shit. 39 people from Facebook, from YouTube, all kinds of, wow. Do I recommend the Window Tint School in Jacksonville? Yes, I do. John over there from the Window Tint School, solid guy. He does good lunches. He knows what he's doing. What's up, guys? Wow. Thanks everyone for joining us from Matt's live stream. Matt from Tint Stuff, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. I think this might be the first raid I've seen that's a non-gamer raid. Oh, Evo, what's going on? Just sub to the channel. Evo9RS, thank you very much for subbing, brother. For those of you guys that are new, if you guys want to check out, you see your names up in that top corner, you go ahead and sub to the channel, baby. Oh, raid time. I'm assuming Matt's live stream went well. Tint fam in the house. I like that. Tint fam. Another solar effects user. That's right, baby. Evo, I see you. Alexis. Just sub to the channel. Thank you very much for subbing to the channel. Appreciate it. Welcome. Christopher just subbed to the channel. Thank you very much, guys. Nice. If I'm chopping up these names, I'm sorry. Try to do my best. It had a rough ending. I gotta check it out. Oh. Ray, what's going on? John Ames, yeah. Martin does guest instructor over at the Tint School from time to time. He did one class in August, I think. Eric, what's going on, brother? Ray, what's up? Welcome, guys. Feel free to sub to the chat if you guys are here. Holy shit. There's a lot of people in here now. Thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate it. I'm just a little guy compared to shit. I think Matt had something like 350 viewers at one point or something like that. Dang. Wow. Got 60 something people in the chat right now in the live stream. Yes, I did take the seals out. Always take the seals out. Yeah, 44 on YouTube and another, I don't know what the math is, 16 people from various other channels, Facebooks and stuff. Wet Shave, yes. Rob Carlos just subbed to the channel. Thank you very much, Rob. Appreciate it. Welcome. 344 viewers. Holy fuck. That's insane. That's so awesome. Nice. Thank you guys for joining. Almost 400. That's amazing. That's amazing. You know, Matt and I, if you guys don't know, Matt and I go way back. Way back. We've been talking and friends for a few years now. A couple years. 2 years now, 3 years now.
Front windshield time.
So we talk all the time.
Hours left in this dang battery.
And we've been talking about doing this, doing the live streams and working on the live streams.
Going a lot faster than I thought it would be.
Benster
1 minutes
077. No shrinking on this one.
All right.
I just hand cutted it and bottom loaded it with no seals. So
turn the car around. We're going to do a the front windshield.
Oh, ceramic on front doors. Dang. I forgot to latch a two-door BMW.
Windshield, but before I knock out the front windshield, sorry, I was in mid-thought. I'm gonna go ahead and change my battery. I see something over there.
Forgot to bring the window up, Matt. Dang. Shit.
Slightly more to the right.
That's shitty. Oh, you don't even notice that until the end. Hey, and see, that's what I was saying. I was just saying that a little bit ago. Like, these live streams are raw. They're not like the edited down, sweet, beautiful versions.
Best be in a little bit
like,
more.
when we fuck up, you see the fuck ups. That's the real deal.
So we can get in and out of the element with this door.
Rewind video so we can watch. Mr. Sanchez, we've been going for an hour and 22 minutes already. Be a little much to rewind now, but you're more than welcome to check out the rebroadcast. Right now we're focusing on the front windshield.
Guys, let me go ahead and change the battery. All right, guys, got a new fresh battery in. I went ahead and changed the roll on the film handler to the 50% IRFX. Let's see here. Let's take a look. Looks like a standard Torx 20. Disconnector's easy. Actually, that cord comes out a little more than I've ever seen.
Holy shit, 50 people from YouTube. What's going on, guys?
20.
50 people watching. Matt, again, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it. This makes me want to stream now. Yeah, right? This is like my storage unit tint shop. Yeah. So for those of you guys that are new, let's do a quick pause time out for a second. So for those of you guys that are new, my name is Patrick. I'm a window tinter, instructor, consultant, things of this nature. My YouTube channel is primarily window tinting. I own a business called Sun Solutions Tinting. It's primarily a mobile business, but from time to time, I do have clients that don't have garages, and I have a garage where I store my mobile van. So that's where you guys are seeing it. It's still set up. It's really cramped. It's a one-car garage, and it's only a drop-off garage. I don't have like an official shop. I'm primarily mobile. So this is where you're at, and this is where you're seeing me right now. What's on this car? It's, let me see here. Storage tint shop. Damn near. I use exclusively Solar Effects window films, so I'm using IRFX, and we're going to be putting a 50% on the windshield.
All right.
And he's a stripper at night too.
Dots are here. Contemplating just making it right here. Be an easier install, cleaner install, and
y'all are like the true grinders, sitting in, because I know Matt doesn't just stream for an hour, so you've been sitting and watching Matt for a few hours, and then you come over to a new stream. Y'all must be addicted. If you guys are new, feel free to sub to the channel. Yeah.
Well, the front windshield's relatively clean and clear. It doesn't have any DSP or anything like that. I want to try to take the stickers off now.
How do you no crease windshields?
That way,
you shrink them really well.
Visually see if
shrink them really well.
Over. One thing that I don't get with people is that some people will like
just in time to catch the windshield. That's right, baby.
I probably won't clean it off, but like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, people move on without cleaning the window. They try to clean the inside without fully cleaning the outside, and it's like, well,
already subbed.
The outside.
Tint fam rolling hard.
I guess some people say they just know.
You dudes are making it happen. This whole concept was the idea of mine years ago. Great to see it in progress. Hell yeah. Auto Tint Express TV. That's what's up.
Awkward place to put a sun pass.
Tint life. You know Matt pretty well. Yes, I do know Matt well. I would say I know Matt pretty well. Was messaging me. So if you guys don't know, or if you guys are new, I used to do live streams from a shop that I used to work at, but that's no longer the case anymore. And when I'm mobile, I don't have the bandwidth to live. So Jaybird just subbed to the channel. Jaybird, you keep subbing and unsubbing. He just likes seeing his name pop up. So this is my studio right here. I do live streams from my studio, home office. And when I am tinting, I record them using a GoPro. And then I pretty much go over it, watch what I do, answer questions as they come in.
Ego Plus, I think this might be like a
after this I'm going to another one.
Or a sticker for their house. Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about live streams. You get to learn, you get to watch a professional do the thing, not just instructions. So welcome.
A lot of stickers.
Bester 077, Matt done a good job on the BMW today. Of course he did. I would expect nothing less. Manuel Sanchez just subbed to the channel. Thank you very much for subbing, bro. Appreciate it. Sorry, bro. It's fun, Jaybird. I know.
One place I'm gonna clean really well as well.
How do I not crease when I reverse roll? You're gonna see me reverse roll this.
They have some sort of like
yeah. Just started the windshield, Matt. Just started the windshield.
Driving camera thing.
This is a really good time. It's almost like we planned it. We didn't. Would have been cool if we did.
All right, all set. Go ahead and get this out of the way.
Holy shit, there's still 50 people in here. Like, I stream to like 20 people. That's 20 people across the board. I stream to 2 different Facebook groups, my personal business page, and a YouTube channel. And I usually get like 20 people. There's like 50 people just from YouTube alone right now.
So what I'll do is I won't cut around the dots. Some people do cut around the dots. And if you do cut around the dots, I mean, I guess that's more of a preference.
6 Speed asked, are you doing the full windshield or just the brow? I am doing the full windshield. C. Whitaker asked, how old are you? I'm 36 years old. I started window tinting 5 years ago.
So I am gonna cut around that button, but I won't cut around the button on the outside. I'll actually cut it on the inside because that button, there's a black matrix and then there's the metal bracket itself. But the metal bracket itself is off center or askew from the actual dot matrix. So if I cut it, it's going to be off.
The only good thing about doing it this way is that I'm literally cutting pull strings for DSP applicators while I'm doing this. I got to make 170 applicators. I have time, but I got to start doing it. It's going to take me roughly 10 hours. A lot of sewing. What was I doing before tinting? I used to work at a bank, a call center, which I hated, absolutely hated it. And then I moved to Alabama, liquidated all my assets, bought landscaping equipment, and started a landscaping company. Before I cut like 3 lawns before I did that. But I started that business with my father-in-law. Kind of wants to get away from the Midwest and get away from the winters. And that folded up, and it was coming into the winter time, and I needed to find new work. So what I did was, hold on one second here. Super chatted with the $2 super chat. Pair character doing a shaking sign with, oh, hey, cool. Steve Whitaker, thank you very much for the $2 super chat. Very much appreciate the support. So my landscaping company fell apart and I needed to find a job. And so I went online to research and I found a guy named Matt and I found a guy named Ralph. And they were teaching how to do window tinting because I went to other tint shops and no one would teach me because I was because I guess they thought if they teach me, then eventually I would just go out on my own. So I couldn't find anyone to teach me, so I found videos online, and and Matt's videos and Ralph videos really helped out. I bought film, I bought tools, I started tinting all my friends and family's cars. I did that about 24 times, and then I went and got a job at shop. And then that was 5 years ago. Since then, I moved from Alabama to Florida, where I've been here for the last almost 4 years. And I did start the YouTube channel at the first shop, and then brought it down with me when I came down to Florida. Yeah, yeah. 5 years window tinting and already have a channel. Yeah, well, the thing is, here's the thing, is that when I did it, when I came in, it was really only Ralph. And then Ralph started switching over to selling film more than doing installation videos. And Matt at the time had since quit doing videos.
Usually the bottom of the windshield is bigger. It tapers at the top, smaller. So I'm just gonna...
I started my window tinting...
measure from the bottom, about 55, 56.
I started my YouTube channel because no one would teach me, and there was really only one guy. Matt was gone already, but the install videos that Matt made are evergreen. The processes are still the same as they were before. But no one else was teaching how to do it online besides Ralph, and Ralph was switching over to selling window film instead, like flex film, instead of doing instructional videos. So I figured, like, let me do this, and let me go and do the process how I'm learning it from my perspective, and I'll teach other people how to do it, and I want to help. And it just kind of snowballed. So I started my channel probably a year after I started window tinting. So, and I thought it was a good one, and it's been working well for me.
I'll go 56.
6Speed asked, what are you using for dry shrink? I need to find better options than using dryer sheets. Yeah, 6Speed, I produce a product called Dry Shrink Prep. It's one of the sponsors of the channel, and you guys can check it out at dryshrinkprep.com. I call it the healthy alternative to dryer sheets. It's made of 100% all natural ingredients, and it's just the healthier, safer way. That's what you're seeing me put on the windshield, and I've been using it for a little over a year and a half to 2 years ish, and it's been selling and available for almost a year. November is going to be a year that we've been able to sell it. So that's what I use for all my dry shrinking needs. What's his stripper name? I don't have a stripper name. Why is everyone calling me stripper? I quit driving tow trucks. I quit driving tow trucks for 16 years and went into tinting full time with little experience. Thanks to you guys, I have a much better life now. Fuck yeah, Evo, hell yeah, that's awesome. And that was the whole point, because no one wants to fucking share the shit. And I'm like, there's plenty of pie for everyone. You know, so, and I'm super glad Matt came back. Matt's been back for, I think, almost 2 years now. Hey, sounds like me, no BS. My dad passed away and landscaping business went bad. Then I found Ralph, Mike Sanchez, and I invested 180 and now made my money back, and now I'm hooked. Hell yeah. Mike Sanchez is another good guy. You know, oh my Lana. Yeah, there's a lot of good guys. There are good guys. There are bad guys out there, but there are good guys out there. You send to the Netherlands? Yes. If you guys want to try dryshrinkprep.com, dryshrinkprep.com is where you can go. And we sell worldwide. We've sold to Rome, Austria, Australia, England, all over the UK, Germany. We primarily sell it in the States. And there's obviously going to be a charge for selling it internationally, but we do sell DSP worldwide. So you guys can go ahead and check it out. And if you guys want for more information, you guys can go to the website, and there's a video section that'll explain everything, what DSP is, how to use it, how to dry shrink with it, a number of different things. Eric asked, how much did I get that film handler for and where did I get it? This film handler cost $750, and I got it from Solar Guard. Solar Guard, I found out.
Again, you don't have to use a film handler. You can do it straight out of a box on a ledge right there. And you'll be...
So I got this film handler from Solar Guard. Solar Guard actually has the rights to film handler, and they produce it and send it off to everyone else. That's what I was told. So it's $750. It's gonna be bumped up to 8 in September, which is already, so I think it's 800 now. And then if it's best to find a place that sells it that you can go and pick it up. If not, they're gonna have to mail it to you freight, and freight is I think $200 or $300. So it's not cheap. And if you're doing strictly auto, it's okay. If you have the extra cheddar to burn, you can get it. But if you do auto and flat, I would definitely suggest to get the film handler. It's gonna help you with flat glass for sure.
Be just fine. You pull it down and you measure it and then you cut it. You don't need a film handler.
Ooh.
Oh, there's
Manuel Sanchez, Flex Film was the bad guy.
Yeah,
I learned that thanks to you guys. Listen, there's no bad guys in the industry.
Also, I own a film handler.
There's no bad guys in the industry. There's good films and there's shit films, and I've seen shit films work with other people. I know people that use Flex Film as their main line in their tint shop, and they're successful and they're making money and they're putting food on the table, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. That's it. And I know shops that use Flex Film and then don't use it anymore because it wasn't a good film for them. So my suggestion is try a film, see if it works for you. Can you sell it in your market? Can you afford it? And can you pay your bills? That's all you need. That's it. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if 99% of people say the film is dog shit. If it works for you and you're making money, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Because I do flat glass. So if you're just strictly automotive,
you're messed up my day.
There's no need to spend $800 on a film handler.
What was
Actually, it'd be $800 probably plus another 100 and something for a ladder.
COVID lost
so
my
you're
job.
just close to $1,000.
Now you. Oh, Charles, you lost your job because of COVID. Now I've been trying and learning for about 7 months. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, Charles. Oh yeah. Ask Matt. Ask me. Try to be a part of the community. I have a group as well. I'm not trying to like sell everyone on my stuff, but again, I have a group on Facebook. Sure if you guys want to check it out, Facebook, you guys check it out at Window Tinting Business. This channel used to be called Window Tinting Business. It's now just Patrick Latman. But Window Tinting Business is the Facebook group. It's where I started to send the community so that not only they can reach me, but they can talk amongst themselves. It's a no bullshit group. If you guys are in Matt's group on Facebook, Tinternet or Tint Stuff, then it's pretty much the same group. We don't bullshit. I don't deal with bullshit and negativity and anything else like that. Hell, I banned someone. My boy Jody Knight just started a training program with Max Pro, and they were announcing it, and I shared it, and someone said something to the effect of the film is dog shit and customer service sucks. And I'm like, well, this is a post about positivity and good and growth, and you want to come in here with that negative shit and shit on them. So I talked to the guy. I was like, listen, that might not be the most constructive way to express your feelings. Maybe not so heavy-handed. So he didn't get it.
Alligator Window Tint super chatted $4.99. Bring me a new pouch into 16 ounces refill Sunday. Just let me know what I owe you.
Dang. Alligator with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Oh, Charles Meadow with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah. Back to my story. What I was saying, I told the guy, I said, that's just not the right way. And I don't think he knew that I was like, I'm the one that runs the channel, because he responded with, maybe you should mind your own business. So then I booted him. Long story short, we don't put up a bullshit in my Facebook group. So greenhorns, you're either first year or 20 years experience. We got everyone in that group. So feel free to join.
It's covered, that the edges are covered, and that the distance on the top two corners is roughly the same. About a couple inches here, a couple inches there. Few inches in the middle, obviously, because the glass
we're
curves.
doing 50 on the windshield. That's correct. 50. 50. Bring me a pouch. 16 riffle on Sunday. I will do so. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Alligator Window Tint. Appreciate it. You're right.
And I actually like to just trim right there and just leave it. Now I know the direction of the film, and keep it, and that way kind of keep an eye on it as I'm shrinking.
Charles Matta, I actually got kicked out of a tint page when I first started on Facebook.
The top of the window.
I hope it's not my group.
Long, especially on windshields.
There's only been one person to come out of purgatory. If you did get booted from my group, it was most likely because it was just probably negative stuff. I can pull you out of purgatory, but I'll give you the warning if it was because of that.
Always keep long, just because I can grab it and pull it if I need to. If I don't really need it at the very end, I can go ahead and trim it off, but I just keep it on.
Arturo says, you and Matt are badass guys, because you guys are right. There are a lot of guys out there that won't show people how to tint, and learn a lot of tricks from Matt. I'll be watching you now. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now you got your own shop. Beautiful. Alexis, that's awesome. No shitters. Yeah, no shitters. That's right. Since March. Excellent, man. Congratulations on the new shop, brother. New shop. Congratulations, man. Charles, a lot of those Facebook tint groups are full of it, and they're all asshats. I used to be a part of all the other groups. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not a bullshitter. Like all the other groups, if you're a newbie and you ask a newbie question, you'll get fucking shit on and chewed out. Just people are fucking rude. Like they forgot, like they never learned. So, and that's why I left all the other groups, because I mean that's all you get. Like there's no moderation. There's no people watching people. Like I encourage people to report posts that like people are being shitty about, because I'll give people a chance, and then if they don't look like they care, I boot them. I don't care. There are local mobile guys tinting sedans with Panaflex ceramic for 180. Ooh. Ooh, I don't even know how much Panaflex is, because I never bought flex film. And they didn't feel like I was supposed to be there. Yeah, Charles, man, come into my group, come into Matt's group. Those are really the only groups you need. Six Speed asked, do you go through a lot of razor blades? I see you switching out a lot, breaking off new pieces. How often do you switch it? Do you break a new piece after each window or each cut? Yeah, I'll probably break off 3 or 4 blades on here. Reason why I go through so many blades is because blades are much cheaper. It's cheaper to replace a blade than to replace that full front windshield, because I used a dull blade and etched the glass. So when I feel that I've used it enough, I switch it out, baby. Manuel asked, are the heat lamps worth it? Are there any cheap heat lamps, and where can I buy one? Heat lamps are worth it if you offer more than one line of film. If you only offer dyed, no. You have to offer like a dyed, a ceramic, and a high-end ceramic, so that there's changes in the heat rejection. That way you can show people how much change there is and why that film costs more money. So if you have multiple lineups, then I would say a heat box demo is definitely worth it. I wouldn't make my own or get a cheap one, because the cheap ones look cheap and the good ones look good, but the good ones cost. I think Solar Effects sells their heat lamp demo for about 200 or 250. But it's a great demo. You know, a push button, lamp turns on, turns off, and it's great. What I would suggest is that you also buy a solar meter, so that you can show people the numbers, because people might feel it and be like, yeah, it kind of feels cooler, it kind of doesn't feel cooler. But if you show that the number starts at 300 and boom, you show the first film and it's 265, and you switch films and now that 300 goes down to 115, you can't debate that. They can't debate whether or not that's a lot or a little. They see the actual numbers and they can quantify that, and then that will justify why your ceramic costs $200 more than the entry level. And then boom, you upsell and you make more money, baby. Oh, Alexis, yeah. Alexis, yeah. Alexis says I got my heat lamp from Solar Effects, $200, I think. Absolutely 100% worth it. Eric, I'm glad, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. That's all Matt and I have been doing. Matt and I, you know, Matt and I ended up making products for the industry. We sell tools, we do videos. Like, this is what we do. This is what you know, we've surrounded our lives about this. And it all started because we just wanted to help other people. And hell, it actually started with Matt, because I wouldn't be here without Matt, because I found Matt. So it's crazy how things like come full circle. Ceramic and high-end ceramic. Yes, Alexis, I use Solar Effects window films. So my entry-level film is my Carbon FX. That's a dyed film, right? That's my entry. My ceramic, or my standard, is a ceramic. It's what you see in this video. That's the IRFX. The heat rejections are about 58% heat rejection and 63 or 61% IR rejection. Now I have a second ceramic, which is my super ceramic, or a high-end ceramic. That ceramic, the heat rejection goes from 58 to 67, but the IR rejection goes from 61 to 96, which is fucking stupid. And it literally, when you show it in a heat lamp demo, my control is usually 300, and then I go down. That's my wife, by the way, if you guys, well, my fiance.
Okay.
In the heat lamp demo, if you can show the numbers, and the numbers are stupid, like it goes from 115 down to like 11. Like, when you see those kind of numbers, that's why you can charge $515, $600 for high-end ceramic.
All right, I love you. Good luck. FaceTime me.
Ray, Patrick, is this pre-recorded? Yes, Ray, this is pre-recorded, and I'm shooting it from my studio here. If you guys are here, this is my tint studio. I mean, this is my home studio. This is where I shoot most of my live streams. I did topic live streams as well once a week, but I've been focusing more on in-shop live streams. I used to do what Matt used to do, or is doing, where I would actually shoot them live. But the shop I work at, we're not doing that anymore at that shop anymore. And when I'm mobile or out on the road, because I'm primarily a mobile company, I don't have the bandwidth to be able to live stream live. So the only option I have now is to pre-record when I'm tinting cars. I put a GoPro on my head, I record it, and then I go live from my studio. And then that's what we're seeing here. And then I just go here. If and when I do get my own facility, I'll go live like Matt is going live. But unfortunately, this is the only option I have. So this is what you see, baby. Matt, yes, this heat gun is the same as the Porter cable. I think they discontinued the Porter cable, and Craftsman now makes it. It's literally the exact same. Instead of blue, it's red. Literally the same. I love this heat gun. Yeah, Ray. Yeah, I've been doing live streams. I was doing Tuesday night live streams for the better part of almost 3 years. I've been doing it. I started off with an iPhone and 2 shop lamps in front of me. It was really interesting start. I love this heat gun. This heat gun is awesome. This heat gun is $60 from Lowe's. It's a solid heat gun. 2 clicks, you're good. You're in the closet. Shut up. This is my studio. Yeah, for those of you guys that are new, this is actually my this is my master bedroom closet. I took it from my wife and me, and I have my studio in here. What's good starting film for Solar Effects?
With this yet. Realistically, I don't think I'll need it except for the top. The top's got like a factory thing.
They need a green one. They need a
factory tint.
You can do what Robert did. He just
whatever you want to call it.
Unscrewed the whole thing and spray painted it and put it back together.
Anyway, so might as well make my life a little easier.
Matt made a video about Amazon film. Have you ever tried Amazon film? I haven't tried Amazon film. I did do a video about AutoZone film, and then it never made it out of post-production. And then I ended up a year ago. I got my main work computer stolen, and I lost all that footage. But I've been primarily more focusing on live streams lately. So I've never tried, but I mean, it could be something in the future that's possible.
Maybe like that.
Oh, so you can go get the Go. Oh, you're getting the new GoPro? IRFX, great color, great heat rejection, shrinks like butter. You just saw it. You just saw it.
Most people will be just fine, I'm sure, and not having to turn off their lights, but these lights are stupid bright.
Saw your Los Angeles tat. Are you from LA? I am from LA. And I'm a huge Dodger fan. That's the Los Angeles Dodgers away logo. And considering I left LA in 02 and never went back, it's kind of like a double meaning tattoo. But yeah. Shoot, I bought a $30 heat gun from Harbor Freight in 3 different power settings and 10 different lamps settings, 10 different temp settings. Yeah, that Porter cable, 2 clicks, medium or high. That's it. There's enough airflow. It's better than the Wagner heat gun, and I really enjoy it. I haven't got the new GoPro yet. I'm a little miffed about the new GoPro because I got the GoPro Hero 8 because I wanted to do these live streams and connect the media mod to, I think apparently Matt went on a rant and then I went on a rant about the GoPro 9. Well, the fucking media mod never came out. It was supposed to come out in January, February. Never came out. And my idea was I was going to be able to take the GoPro off my face, connect a wireless mic to it and have a wireless mic. And then instead of having the GoPro constantly on my face, I can move it like on a tripod or something so you guys can get a different perspective, a different angle, but still hear the audio from me. That fucking media mod never came out. God damn. And now they have the fucking 9 coming out already. I'm so pissed. I didn't know they came out, bought it during the car. Oh, nice. Clients be like, I'll be there in 5, takes 2 hours. Yeah, ain't that the damn truth? It's kind of weird having Matt in the live chat. Bro, Matt is the man. Here's the thing too. Other people, other streamers, other industry gamers and stuff like that, they don't really typically just do stuff. I guess they kind of do. I guess Matt and I are friends enough to do that. He wouldn't. I don't know if he would do that with like a random person that would want to stream, or a little guy. Maybe, yeah. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. Chase, that light is the Craftsman plug-in light from Lowe's. It was $60. It's 3,000 lumens and it's badass. It might be the best fucking light I've ever used in my life. The reason why I'm turning off the lights above, I mentioned this before, but I don't know if you guys were in it here. Those lights that are above that I'm turning on right now, those are like $100 lights that are 7,000 lumens each. And I have 4 of them in this shop because I wanted enough light. It looks like a goddamn car lot at night. But I have to turn those off because this lamp is 3,000 lumens. And as you can tell, 3,000 lumens is bright. But when you have 7,000 lumens and over it, it doesn't look as bright. When I was having trouble shrinking the back glass, I watched a video you did using folded microfiber towel. Helped a ton. Hell yeah. Oh, Eric, hell yeah. That was an old video.
Doesn't have like an actual place to like wrap the cord around. Just kind of wrap it around itself.
The microfiber towel method. Yeah, oh, hell yeah. It's just that's like early stages of shrinking so you don't fuck up film. Hell yeah. I'm glad it helped. Charles says I'm from Whitaker. I've been Dodgers fan since '84. Well, since I was born. I was born in '84, bro. Bro, I'm getting chills, bro. Yeah, I was all over the place, man. My mother moved to LA. We were in downtown LA for a while. And then we were down in Van Nuys, Reseda, Tarzana. And my mom moved up like the Jeffersons. And she moved out. We moved to Calabasas, Agora, landed in Simi Valley. And then I left when I was in Simi Valley. So all good places, man. Yeah, I'm a diehard Dodger fan. Diehard. I have Tommy Lasorda. You see this ball right here? This baseball right here? This is a 1984 World Series signed baseball by Tommy Lasorda.
Space.
That's amazing. I love it.
If you do something like
There's
this,
a Dodger
just
Cup right
remind
there.
the client you have to move seats around, move the steering wheel around.
Matt is
Let
the
them
tint
know
god.
you move shit before they drive. Make sure that they're comfortable and back where it's supposed to be.
Yes, John Ames. Yes, Lowe's. $60 in the light section. It's a plug-in one, but it's awesome. You know what I'm fucking blown away at? There's still a shit ton of people here from the raid. You guys are amazing. 6-Speed asked, have you ever used Lexan film? I want some good tinters to show shrinking on back windows and see if they think it's easy or hard. I'd love to get some, try it out. Good. Yeah, I'll try. I've never used Lexan film, but I can definitely get my hands on some and try it out for sure. Yeah, this light is badass, bro. You have Dodger stuff from 58? Bro, I think they won in 59, which is funny, is my grandfather, who recently passed early this year, he played on the White Sox against the Dodgers in 59, and the Dodgers won in 59, and he had a poster in his house of the World Series banner that was signed by both teams from 59, from the Dodgers 59 and the White Sox 59. And I'd always be like, I love the Dodgers. And then it was later on I found out that my grandfather played for the White Sox against the Dodgers in 59 and lost against them. I'm like, shit. Tint life. Lexan requires more heat to shrink. I thought that said more than heat to shrink. I'm like, what do you need, blood?
Towel. Clean up around here. That's important too.
So I'm gonna do a reverse roll here.
And we're gonna reverse roll this.
Oh, thank you, Charles. I appreciate it. Actually, that ball above it is a signed baseball for my grandfather. It was the last baseball he ever signed.
I can unroll from left to right.
He stopped playing ball in '64, I think. And yeah, he was still getting fan mail from, and he was 84. Crazy. That triangle scrub pad is called the Scrub It. Most distributors, you can get it from most distributors. It's called the Scrub It. It was released sometime last year, and I think it's amazing. The brown pads are for your standard cleaning, and they have a blue pad that is a little harder, a little bit more aggressive, and that's primarily used for removal processes. Oh, here you go. For you baseball fans, I hunted this down. I didn't know that mint cards come in different grades of mint, and the highest you can go is mint 10, which is a perfect card. And even mint 9, it could be a perfect card, but the printing was like off center a little bit or something like that. I hunted down my grandfather's card, and this is a mint 9, and I mean this thing is 1966 original Topps baseball card. This card alone, just this card, cost me $120, and I found out that the mint 10 is like an $8,000 card, and there's only like 2 or 3 out there, which is insane. My Atlanta.
Now I don't Frankenstein front windshields. I always reverse roll it, and I do what's known as a hybrid reverse roll, like a Frankenstein reverse roll, when I have a peel board and I have space. When space is confined like this, then I just do a regular reverse roll.
6-speed, bro, it's always hard to shrink.
Go ahead and clean off the glass here, get that dry shrink prep off, and then that way when I'm installing, I don't have a question on whether or not that's something from the outside or not.
If you can shrink Lexan, you can shrink anything like a piece of cake. Matt showed us how to wet shave edges with ramen noodles today. Holy shit. Okay, I should take a look at that. Fun fact, my son's baseball coach was Kershaw's Little League coach. Bro, keep your son with that coach.
Keep
Alexis
rolling it to about a foot.
asked, how far are y'all? Matt is in Detroit and I am in Florida. So he's at the top of the United States and I'm at pretty much the southernmost part. Don't bother with Alexa and Pat. It's garbage to shrink. People got to get off this Lexan train. If you need cheap film, then buy Tint Depot. Trust me on this. All right. Nice roll. Thank you, sir. GeoShield and you Solar Effects. Have you worked with GeoShield? Benzer asked, Matt's GeoShield and you are Solar Effects. Have you worked with GeoShield? I actually have never worked with GeoShield. It's probably a great film. Matt uses it. I wouldn't doubt it.
That sound is either new leads coming in, or it's either new leads coming in or it's people visiting the website.
This is a full true reverse roll, by the way. I very rarely do this, or actually I very rarely show it. Bro, Christopher, let's talk about the Giants. Let's talk about the Giants for a second. All right, bro, stop it with that. I don't know if people know that the Giants is like an old school rival of the Dodgers. I think it used to be the Giants, the Dodgers, and the Yanks in New York. And when they sent the Dodgers out to LA, they had to send the Giants out to San Francisco. To balance the leagues, I guess. Yeah. So the Giants are a rival also. Lex increases like a motherfucker. Oof, I've never had it. I've never tried. I used to halfway roll the film and then come around.
Installation on a windshield is not moving the damn thing all over the place. If you're gonna have to shift it a little bit. No light gaps, covering top, bottom, sides, edge. Good to go.
How about A's?
I'll show you how to cut this button out right here. Start on one side at the very bottom and just go right along the metal. You're gonna loop around, go straight down, stop at the very base of it, that way you can push it through, bring that around. Good. Now you trim the bottom nice and close. Boom, boom. Like a glove.
Like a glove.
Spread her out. Make sure she's not. Especially when you're installing windshields with buttons like that you're going around, or things that you're going around, you want to make sure it's nice and tight around the button. That's your initial squeegee point right there. Normally you just start in the middle, but here I'm going to start around the button. That way we're not going to have any fingers pop up around the button and trying to work that around. That's a pain in the ass.
Have you tried Matt's Glass Aid? Hell yeah, I love Matt's Glass Aid.
This is my method right here. I do like to use a side swipe for your initial tack.
Yes, I do use Glass Aid. I like Glass Aid. I was a Glass Aid whore for a long time before I got this light. And well, I switch back and forth between using Glass Aid and using the light, truth be told.
And I found that if you don't push too hard on the side swipe, you can actually move the film a little bit if need be, if it slides on you a little bit. When you get to the end or the edge, make sure you can push all the way through. You don't want to stop just shy of the edge of the film and the edge of the glass, because what will happen is it'll create a finger and it'll try to suck back up. And when it creates a finger, it's gonna suck up water, trash, and all kinds of other stuff. Okay, so this side's done. Now, I'm gonna go ahead with my hard squeegee on this side because this is already tacked. This is being held from the driver's side being tacked down already.
The only thing I haven't yet tried is the clay bar. I need to try the clay bar.
Once you squeegee your area, you want to make sure no water or air gets back in that area as best as you can. That is the reason why, because if air gets back into an area where you have already squeegeed, it will leave a haze. And that haze in the industry is called champagne. And champagne's for celebrating, not in the window tinting industry.
Charles says he uses both Glass Aid and the clay bar. Good combination. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You should get dry string prep and do all three.
Somebody hit my bulldozer.
The trifecta.
Straight down, overlapping 50%. Very nice. That's already got a hard squeegee because I used my squeegee. This side, the driver's side, I only used a side swipe. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it the, I call it the power stroke. I'm going to go ahead and give it the power stroke around.
That's not a red line, that is a orange crush.
Basically just pushing out any extra moisture as much as we can.
Still a squeegee from Fusion, but it's an orange crush. It's got a softer durometer.
Moisture. Back will have a little bit of moisture in it. But since the driver's going to be looking through the front windshield, you want to make sure that the least amount of moisture is left in there. Hit the edges with a towel and a hard card. Basically seals the deal. Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe the deck now. With this towel, I'm gonna go get a fresh towel to clean the glass itself.
The flat out blade. Yeah, you know, Charles, I tried the flat out. The flat out is a higher durometer. Durometer is the hardness of a squeegee, and it's a higher durometer than the orange. And it just, for me, it felt like I had to push too much for it to conform. So I just went back to the orange crush. I don't think the flat out is a bad squeegee. I just don't think it's right for me.
Ooh, damn, that looks good. It's real good. There is a scotch and a tiny scotch of adhesive right down here, and that was from like an old sticker, I'm assuming, or something of that nature.
You know, I've noticed, and I was in this shop the other day, and I noticed that it happened again on a different car, and I've been noticing it. Keep an eye out when you're doing front windshields. Keep an eye out for the bottom left or the bottom driver's side of the windshield. For some reason, there's always adhesive, and I don't know if manufacturers are putting stickers down there and then they're getting taken off from the dealership, but make sure to throw something in there as well.
It's one of those
things.
Give it a
cleaning.
I'm not going to redo it because it's not detrimental. But it's definitely some food for thought in the future. Keep in mind. Try to avoid maybe hit a Titan down in there. The long 1-inch razor blade holder. Let's see, got a little bit of moisture right here. Push it out. There you go.
What is a good film for price if you want to start charging $300 or more?
Beautiful.
Let's see. We'll do the math on that.
Let's get the mirror back on.
I don't know anyone from Washington. Or probably do.
There's a tiny little finger right around the mirror. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get low heat and lay that puppy down. So it's important, especially when you're shrinking, that you shrink that middle area as evenly and consistently as possible, especially if you're gonna be wrapping around a button like this. I always use a tri-edge. I don't use anything else but a tri-edge when I'm working on film that's already installed. And a little bit of heat, as you can see, just a little bit. I'm not here working the shit out of it. I am here hitting the fucking camera, Jesus.
I forget that thing's on my fucking face sometimes.
That's it. Didn't
Secret
take
Asian
long.
man, what's up?
But now that finger's gone, that looks 10 times cleaner.
Eric asks,
Always a tri-edge and a clean tri-edge
we'll go through some questions in a
on
second
film
here.
that's already installed. Anything else, and most likely it's gonna scratch.
It is correction
Be
though.
very careful at this position, this point. People will go. I see a finger again. There we go. What people will do is they'll rush and just hook this on and miss the button or miss the backing plate and just tear a huge line down the film. And all because you didn't want to take 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds, 3 seconds really, to put the rearview mirror back on correctly. So don't be a jackass and let it ruin your beautiful installation.
We'll go over some questions
I
just a
still have
minute,
to
guys, and then
clean
we'll go
up.
ahead and close out.
Wipe down the car. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call the client, let him know I am done. Get that down, this here. I told them 3 hours. They showed up at 9:17, 9:20. I'm an hour, almost an hour ahead of schedule, 50 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a call.
All right, I'm gonna pause it here at that point. That's pretty much it with that one, with the front windshield being done. I'm gonna go. Gonna just run over some questions here. I didn't want to miss any of these questions here. What's a good film price to start charging? 300 or more. You can do film. You know, typically whatever you pay for the box, you can probably get about 10 cars out of that. And you know, some people say a good rule of thumb is 10%. So if you're spending $300 on a box of film, then I guess $300 is a good price point. But my film costs aren't at 10%, they're at 15%. I'd probably say you want to get as much as you can, but I would probably say don't go any more than 20% film costs. And 20% film costs is a lot. Because you have to save room for other overhead expenses, insurance, car, rent, utilities, all kinds of other stuff. So I probably say don't go more than 20%. Especially if you want to be keeping a good profit margin. So I use the extractor red line. I know that's a good ass squeegee. Hell yeah, that's a good ass squeegee. I love to try everything, and that's what I do. I just try it. I tried the flat out. I tried it for a little bit. I just particularly didn't like it, so I went back to the orange crush. I'm not one to stay where I'm at. I will try other things and see if it's better than the current process I'm using. And if it's not better than the current process, then I dump it. But sometimes it is. Like Matt introduced me to Shanks, and now I use it, and now they're in my current process. 50% on the front windshield in Netherlands is not legal. Neither is it in Florida, but we still do it. I like flat out orange crush and dehydra sledgehammer for Rodney McClure. Awesome. Yeah. I'm just a fusion guy, so I just stick with the orange crushes for me. On what windshields do you use a soak shield rope? Here's the thing with front windshields is it's probably proper practice to put a dash towel and a soak shield in, and probably for every car, especially after 2016, because after 2016 it became standard for reverse cameras to be in every car. So there's more technology in every car, so there's a probability of short-circuiting something. I'll be honest with you, I very rarely use dash towels or soak shields because I am very good at my water conservation. Like, I will not soak the glass down, I will mist the glass. I'll get it so the glass is wet but not dripping. So like I've done it where like I've tried to squeeze out even just a drop of water out of my soak shields and it doesn't happen. So I know that I don't oversaturate decks. It's just the way I've trained myself, and it's not a problem for me. I have seen people do installations where they damn near drop a gallon of fucking water down there, and that's the other extreme. In those situations, I would say fucking use a soak shield. Secret Asian Man, what's up, Pat? Hey, how you doing? How come no more shop footage? It's just the owners requested that I don't do it anymore, and I said okay, it is what it is. It's their shop, their rules. So now I'm doing every time I do a job, I pre-record it, and then that's where we're going to be doing it from now on. So I'd say Solar Effects or GeoShield. Such good little nuggets of knowledge every time I watch. Good stuff, man. I'm going to go ahead to Lowe's and grab that light. Be good, brother. See you next time. John, thank you very much for joining us. Marshall said, nice tips here. If I had spare money to tip you for all your time you give us, you know what, bro? You don't even need to. Just like the channel. Give it a sub, go check it out. The channel is not about making money. The channel is about helping people. Now the channel does have sponsors, and people do support the channel with super chats and other things like that, and that is all donated, or those are donations through subs and such, and those are much appreciated for sure. But it's not a requirement for you guys to tip or super chat or anything. If you want to, awesome. If you don't, there's other things you can do, like the channel, like the video, sub, share, let people know, spread the word. That's much helpful too. I'm about to head out. Great stream, man. See you next time. The Fuzz, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna catch up with the rest of the questions and we'll go ahead and close it out. Keep an eye out for the future streams. Thank God. Thanks, God bless you and your family. Thank you, Sanchez. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Make sure to hit the bell notification so you guys are notified whenever I go live. I put it together when I can and where I can. So I'm gonna go buy that light too. Jesus, a lot of people are buying this light. I should call Craftsman, tell him give me a cut. and I tried that Amazon heat gun that has 2,000 watt motor. Whoa, I haven't seen that one yet. God damn, a gallon? Yeah, I've seen people just like fucking dump water into windshields. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are we doing here? No. Do I use FX Stream 2? I don't. I use IRFX and then their FX Plus, and there's a reason for that. Is because the heat rejection difference between FX Stream 2 and FX Plus versus IRFX and FX Plus wasn't enough. I chose films that had a significant jump in heat rejection so it's a better play for me when I do heat demos and want to upsell. If the numbers go from 100 to 11, that's a big fucking jump. If the numbers go from 100 to 85, it's a significantly little jump, and I'm probably asking for hundreds of dollars more. So like my IRFX, my standard film is 245, but my FX Plus, my premium film is 515. Why is one film $245 and another film $515? Well, great question. Let me show you why. Because the heat numbers go down from 300 as the control, and IRFX it'll go down to around, I think, 100, 110, and then with the FX Plus it'll go to 11. It damn near blocks everything, and that's where the money comes from. So that's why I use it. Investing and losing is quitting. Most of us give up after the concern. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Jake Grifford asked, might be a dumb question, but what are you snapping your blades into? It's called a blade eater, or blade disposal unit. I think that's what it's called. It's from Olfa, O-F-L-A. You guys can check it out. They're about $5. And I basically put my blade in there and snap my blade, and the excess blades stay in there versus me snapping it and hitting the floor. And I use that because I do flat glass, but I also do mobile automotive, and I don't want to be snapping blades on people's garage floors. God forbid they have kids running around with barefoots, things of that nature. So to be a little safe, I make sure I know where all my razor blades are and all my blade snaps are. Did COVID affect your business? Fuck yeah, it did. I bought a $30,000 van and got it wrapped, and then a week later they announced that COVID was a thing. I started Sun Solutions Tinting. After 5 years of doing it on my own, I started my own business, and I started it at the worst economic downfall since '08. So yeah, I'd say COVID affected my business. It's not the best of timings, but it is what did Megatron say? Was it Megatron? Who's the good guy from Transformers? The blue and red truck. He says, basically the long and the short is that the conditions are typically never perfect when you need to do something, when you want to do something. If you wait for all the conditions to be perfect, you'll wait for it forever. You just gotta fucking do it. Just gotta do it. Glad Matt rated your channel today. I love the new fan. Thanks, Billy. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ray, just want to say, I've seen your work, and you are a great tinter as well. Keep up the badass work. Thank you. 500 plus for the FX Plus. How? A 15%. That's a 15% film cost. And when people ask how much it is, I say $515 with a straight face. And they said, okay, if you don't want to do that, we can $245 IRFX. Just stick to your numbers. It probably won't sell very much, but when I do sell, I'll make it good. Here's the thing with I run a good, better, best, or an entry, standard, and high performance. I want people in my standard lineup, right? Like the entry is above all, like enough that like people have money and they're not trash cars, right? And then ceramic is good, 245 is good. It's less than $100 difference between the two. But when you go to the high performance 515, the people that pay for high performance, the best film out there, they don't give a shit how much it costs. That number could be $900. They'll pay it, because the people that value that, the people that spend $200,000 on a car, $150,000 on a car, they want to find the most expensive tint job and brag to their other buddies that spend $150,000 on their car. How much did you spend on your tint? Wow, I spent $1,500 on mine. Like, people with money will pay that. And that's how. I guess you get the 30-inch. No, I get the full 40. Actually, we got the 60-inch rolls. I used Geo, but never Solar Effects. Has Solar Effects been around a bit? I was wondering if it was Gowari Eastman product. If you can't disclose, I understand. TJ, yeah. Solar Effects has been around for a number of years, but I know they've been around for at least over 7 or 8 years, because the average window film has about a 7-year shelf life, right? So the film I want to buy needs to last at least 7 years. So how do you know that? The company needs to be around for at least 7 years, because when they release a film, then that 7-year time frame starts, right? So I mean, there's ways to mimic like a 7-year time lapse, but there's nothing like the real thing. So Solar Effects has been around for quite a while, and they don't have failures like that. And it is I believe it's a Gowari film. It's not an Eastman film. I believe it's a Gowari film, but it's a good quality film. Really great film. The scratch coating is fucking badass. You can throw a goddamn grenade at this motherfucker and you won't scratch it. At the other shop I used Lumar. You look at Lumar and it scratches. Like, if I'm not using a brand new Tri-Edge, I'm gonna scratch it. Like, and then this stuff, you just beat the shit out of it and it looks right at you. It's amazing. I've been using Wagner heat gun, no temperature control, just myself. Craftsman, do you run the temp on high for shrinking? Yep, just throw it on high. It has enough airflow. The heat is good, but it needs airflow for it to so that the shrink can go a little bit faster. And that's why I use the Porter cable. Don't use the digital Wagner with the adjustable temperature and speed. It's a fucking waste of time. Well, I like to click 2 buttons and wait for the damn thing to warm up. That digital Wagner, you gotta turn the temp all the way up, then you gotta turn the fan all the way up, and it's a pain, and then you gotta hold the button down for like 10 seconds for it to turn off. It's obnoxious. Versus 2 clicks. I subbed and rang the bell. Hell yeah, Ray, appreciate it. Oh, I meant the roll costs. Because I know it's $700 a roll. Yeah, it's about $700 something a roll. Yeah, I'd say you're right about right. It's not cheap. But you know, you go in big, you come out bigger. That's the whole game. That's the whole name of the game. John Ames, also the color of FX Stream isn't as nice as FX Plus, in my opinion. There you go. I've noticed that there's been a big trend in IR boosted film. But all the IR boosted film that I've seen, Stratus, FX Plus, XR Plus, and all the other those are the main ones I've seen. They all have somewhat more like on the bluer tinge. I've noticed for sure. I pitch basic privacy, no heat rejection 90, then 50% heat rejection 115, but not even sure if it's 50% rejection. You should know. Just check the manufacturer specs, and you should be able to see the heat rejection. It's the Tesser, is it? Total solar energy rejection. The Tesser, yeah. That you'll look for Tesser. Total solar energy rejection. That's the same thing as heat rejection. That's the number you want to look at. TJ, that answered my question. I don't have anything bad to say about Geo either. I worked at a Formula One shop. Nothing worse than scratching an Air 80 garbage scratch coat. It's garbage coat. The scratch coat is garbage. Lumar might be the best window film, or people call it the best window film. Their fucking scratch coat sucks balls. I mean, it's fact of the game. Like, I'm not shitting on them. I wish they'd fix it, because it'd make it a lot easier. Because when you sell Stratus jobs, when you're doing a Model Y or a Model X or Model 3, you're doing a full back window on Model 3, and you're charging a 50% upcharge, and they're doing the windshield, and you're charging $1,500, and it can scratch so easily. It's obnoxious. I wish they'd fix it. What do you think about Suntech film? I've never really used Suntech film. Never really used it. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it. Thank you very much for those of you guys that joined us from Matt's group and Matt's live stream. Take a moment, sub to the channel. It's a very good channel, I promise you. I try my best. I've been doing it for a number of years, focusing more on the live streams like Matt is doing as well. Hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever I go live. If you guys want to check me out or see me or contact me when I'm not on stream, best place to do it is at my private Facebook group, Window Tinting Business. Go ahead there and just request to be joined, and you can go ahead and join. The only thing I ask and request is that you don't be an asshole. Be a nice guy. If you don't have something nice to say, probably best say don't say anything at all. Constructive criticism is okay. Just don't shit on anyone, please. And then that way you won't get booted. But thanks again, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Hit the bell again so you guys are notified when I do the next one, and we will talk to y'all soon.